Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to CD and the Boyz with Christopher C.B. Booker, George Biker Boy Homie, Roger Hawkins, and Mimi Acosta. Coming live and direct via YouTube, Facebook, iHeartRadio, Blog Talk Radio, and Apple Podcasts. Bringing you hot topics, interviews, live entertainment, and fun every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. And now, prepare to get charged up with a whole lot of fun from CD and the Boyz.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to CB and the Boyz. I am CB, your hostess with the mostess. We got my boys in the building, Mr. George Biker Boy Holman, and the fabulous Mr. Roger Hawkins, actor extraordinaire. What is up, guys? What's up this holiday season?
What it does, people, what it does.
What it do? What it do? What it do?
It ain't gonna bother me. It ain't gonna bother me. Doing that damn tree.
Me and that what? Me and that what?
Doing that damn tree ain't gonna bother me.
Oh, my tree. You don't like my tree? It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time.
Hey, man.
Got Santa.
What?
Got Santa chilling up there above my head, flying across the city sky.
I'm like, what truck did it fall off of? I was like, George got the hookup. What's good, people? What's good?
Oh, shoot. You know, doing what we do.
Tell from Wally World.
Oh, yeah.
Nada. Negative. I'm not even going to go on that binge today. I'm just saying.
I was going to say, no news is good news coming from there, right?
Hey, I'm just saying, hey. But I mean, we got, just the customers never cease to amaze me. That's all I can say. They never cease to amaze me.
Oh, I'm sure. What's that weather like where you at, Kristen? I got looking weather-wise.
The weather's that nice.
Yeah.
That.
Right.
Right. But anywho.
I did is y'all going through some what's called it? Like tornadic type shit. Y'all got some tornado type shit going on?
Hey, we had there's some in the southern parts of Missouri, but I mean around Kansas City, 50, 60 miles an hour winds all day long, just straight winds. And it was like 72 degrees all day, but it was windy as hell. I mean, windy as hell. Yeah, this evening, it just poured down. The rain poured down on us.
Yeah, see, we got almost freezing rain yesterday. Then it was like 48, 49 today. I heard y'all were at 70. I don't know what it was. Yeah, we kind of freezing here. Kind of frigid.
Oh yeah.
That ain't right. Yeah, we're gonna come up out of it. I hope.
And I'll tell you
I know it's cold here for the last couple of days. But you know what? I love the rain. There's something about the rain that just, lulls you and puts you in a
pissed off mood.
Arizona state of mind. What?
A pissed off mood.
I'm about to say, what they call a state of mind?
Mad because it's raining.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I always rain. What are you doing in the rain?
Rain is fun. So many things you can do. It's fun. Rain, see, there's nothing like standing in the rain. You know, you got your hair wet, you know, clothes wet in all the right places, and just ready to have fun.
Oh, Lord. Here comes the X-rated segment.
Themes that you know include rain themes. Now, come on.
No. That's what I was waiting on. I was just here like, okay, because I appreciate that because I get tired of people going, "Oh, you just want to lay in bed and sleep," and all that bullshit. No, I'm not that. So, no, you're right. I was just wondering where you were going with it because if you'd have given me the whole, you get to lay up and sleep and snuggle and cuddle and all those words that I don't use, I was gonna be like, nope. But yeah. Now cold rain, no, I don't do cold. I think we know that about Raj. I do not do cold. But yeah, trust me, you get that whole summer tropical action going on. It's like that. Then then you got action then. So I am 100% with you on that.
Hey,
I'm with you on that.
Hey, but I'm with you with the whole cold and rain thing. See, I can do rain, I can do cold. I can't do cold rain.
No, I don't like cold rain either. Nice summer warm rain. I can totally get nice breeze. When I think about the fun I've had in the rain, great time, great memories.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
We'll talk about it later. I know.
I don't want to.
George over there like, ah.
I'm about to go get a spoon and dig my ears out.
Not that bad.
That's real.
It's not that bad.
You're my cousin. Yes, it is.
We are not privy to any of that. We are privy to
cousin who is also human.
I know you're human.
Who likes to have fun. There's nothing wrong with that.
I know you're human. I just don't want to hear about it.
All right. We're moving on. So, what is going on in the car rental world right now? Apparently, Hertz Rental Car has been sending their customers to jail or falsely having them arrested for driving a stolen vehicle, despite having receipts confirming their rental. So the furious claimants say that Hertz used an unreliable computer system and filed false police reports, which led to them being falsely arrested and sometimes jailed for months for stealing a car that they did not steal. So,
wow.
165 customers are suing them for being falsely arrested for driving a stolen car that wasn't stolen.
Now, is it all happening in the same place or is it different places?
Different places.
So really they're doing it to collect? Oh, no. See, I tend to rent from Hertz oftentimes when I go back to KC. Not that I've had that issue or anything, but yeah, that's one of those, you know what? Something like that happens, don't worry, I got the time off. I'm coming back. We're going to talk about it. But no, really, months. Think about that. Like not even overnight, but like months. Yeah, I'd be inconsolable. It'd be something would have to happen.
That's real. This has happened to 165 customers. One, she was in the store and she came out and the car was being towed. And they were saying that the car was stolen when it wasn't. One, she returned the car and they said the car was stolen, but the car was on their lot. Make that make.
Well, yeah, so, talk about it.
Yeah,
I think my question would be, so what happens when everything gets worked out? Because you got to think they're going to be lawsuits galore. You got 165 people.
Why?
My point exactly. Hertz is about to go out of business. I'm about to go buy some cars for the low. George, we're
Right.
opening up a shop.
We going shopping. We going shopping.
You about to get cars for like $1.75. Hertz is going under.
Right.
There's no way that's not going to completely tarnish their reputation. Well, it already has, but I mean, that's a hell of a burn. And think about it. It's holiday time. People are traveling. People are renting. How, that might be the last thing you do. Look, nobody else has cars. Hey, look, I'm going to catch the bus. Hertz is like, we got one. Now I'm going to catch the bus.
Makes me wonder if
I might not make it back.
Hey, it makes me wonder if OJ got his Bronco from Hertz.
Yeah. I've actually seen a couple. They are nice. But okay, here's the question. Because again, in the news, you see all of these, and I'm happy about it. A lot of these men are being exonerated and things like that after a long time. I don't think you could do it with me, but my question to you is, would you be okay if they interviewed you and said, listen, we're going to pay you, let's say, $1 million every year that you were incarcerated or whatever, but you can't say anything negative and you have to interview and get on TV, and you know how they do the whole step and fetch and shit, like, I'm just grateful and, I forgive them and all this bullshit. So if that was your stipulation for receiving like $35 million, could you or would you do that?
But I tell myself, yes.
Oh, fair enough.
For $35 million, I go back for a little while.
I mean, because I think what I see a lot of times is I see, these people come out, and again, you've been locked up 10, 20, 30 years. They come out and they say, I'm just thankful, and they either get into the whole I forgive or God got me through, or whatever shit they want to say to kind of make it seem okay. And I ask myself that all the time: could I be interviewed and say that kind of shit? Now, if you just said, "Hey, don't say anything, and we'll pay you to go away," then that might be one thing. In which case, I would just write a tell-all book or something. But I mean, I just don't know that I could be interviewed and then go with that line of thinking with, hey, you should be thankful and grateful to be out because blah, 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 when, it should have never happened. I think about that all of the time because it's beginning to happen more and more. I'm really thankful to people that are kind of fighting for that. But I can't even begin to explain some of the stuff that would come out of my mouth if they interviewed me for being wrong. You can't wrongfully accuse me and put me in for 3 hours without me losing it. So I can't imagine 3 decades. I really can't. My heart goes out to those guys. And guess what? I'm 70. You gonna give me $30 million? What am I gonna do? Shit, buy a gold coffin in the next 10, 15 years? It's bullshit. It's not fair. But I was just wondering, like, could they buy you a silence, George? George is like, yeah, they could. Like, do I have a Yeah, she does. As a matter of fact, she's standing butt naked with pink pumps on, singing "I'm a Little Teapot" on the news for that $35 million, y'all. And if it rains, she'd be happy about that too. Just want y'all to know that. But I wouldn't agree to be incarcerated for that long. But
right,
pay me some way, I guess. Pay me some way. So check it real quick. Since my girl Mimi ain't here, I'm gonna have to help her out with her segment on Mimi's list. I'm cracking open some of my birthday. Yak, what you got?
Now it's time for Mimi's Fine Wine.
Well, I had wine the other day. I'm not doing that. But in honor of our sis, my sisters know I like Grand Marnier. Some people think that's kind of crazy. It is kind of unusual, but the Granny's the real deal. I love it. And I'm not a huge straight liqueur fan, but Grand Marnier is good stuff, and I do drink it straight along with other things. But for those of you that don't know if you like it or not, if you like a top shelf margarita, then yes, you do like Grand Marnier because that's one of the ingredients of a top shelf. So it's just orange liqueur. A lot of times people use triple sec and things like that as a substitute in the lower tier drinks and whatnot. But anyway, Mimi girl, we got you, and happy birthday, late birthday to me. I got it for my birthday. Cheers. G, I know you're sitting on yours, Crystal. You're a wild card on this one. You with us tonight or no? Exactly. She's always
Negative.
a wild card. Don't give me a damn water bottle either. Get that out of here.
You got the water bottle. Just the high quality H2O.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Right. Bobby Boucher over there.
Still water beverage to help maintain a normal functioning immune system. So it's very good for you. It's the flavor of blackberry. It goes down very smooth. It's so refreshing. And not only tastes good.
She looked like she practiced that for a commercial.
Yo, you're hired. Yeah, you're hired. She's like, there you go. All right. Yeah, we're not. I'm not sold on it. I'm not trading mine in. Sorry.
Cheers.
We got to work on you in that. We'll have to work on that.
No, what's crazy is like in the move, I accidentally dropped my wine glass. So
Ooh.
I don't have anything to. So
that should be on your shopping to-do list.
I know. I forgot to buy a hammer. That's how organized I am. We were gonna hang up some Christmas decorations, only to find out we can't because we don't have a hammer.
I was gonna say you should, but I understand. Here's where the fun and the mayhem starts with home ownership, is because you start to realize like all of this stuff, little things you were like, need that. So one thing you will do is accumulate tools, which we love that. Tools never lose value. They're all now. Make sure you know how to use them. Don't be over there, trying to, fix everything with that damn hammer because it doesn't work. Like, you look at her, she got her computer and she got the hammer trying to do it. Don't do that. I need you to get your tool kit. Let's get a whole tool kit.
Right.
I've been looking at a lot of YouTube videos and learning how to do it yourself type stuff. And I'm going to be caulking my shower because it was leaking. So I've got to learn how to caulk it. So I've been looking at the YouTube videos and learning how to caulk stuff. And I bought the caulking gun, which I'm still trying to figure out how to load that thing. And then the little caulking thing, which you're supposed to cut the tip off, but I just don't know how you cut the tip off because it's so thick. It's like, you're just going to cut through that thing? Who the heck knows? So I'm still learning.
Yes, you do. But you just the tip now, just the tip. You'll get there. But good for you. DIY videos, and again, YouTube is a lot of people's daddy now. So, I mean,
and I bought Gorilla Glue. I'm so excited. It's the coolest thing.
Now, wait a minute. Don't try to put your eyelashes on with it. Don't do your hair with it. I'm just saying. Don't use it for your edges. Don't use it for your edges.
That brain damage.
No weave, no eyelashes. Salty. This is what you call one natural eye with a little bit of color for cuteness.
That's good though. That's really good. Look, I can appreciate and approve when you're doing that, because believe it or not, it pays to be handy. I always think about, there was a woman who had a small child and was going through the ringer, and she actually learned via YouTube. She literally built the house from the ground up. Most impressive thing I've ever seen. It was a sister too. And, I mean, literally couldn't get along. They were tossing her around. No stability. She and her son, daughter, they were in the shelter. she got on YouTube. And when I say my girl laid the foundation from the cinder blocks up and built everything, she is my hero. And I mean, I think she ended up getting like a lot of money and sponsor and things like that because they were trying to give her the whole, well, it's not legal because, of all the, or what do you call it? The electricity and all the things. And she ended up getting, all of the funding and stuff like that. Super impressed. All that to say, keep doing what you're doing on the YouTube thing because shit, YouTube has taught people, unfortunately, a little too much at times.
Right.
Learn how to change a tire, which I'm still not comfortable with. However, because the last time I tried to change one, when you put the thingy underneath it that pushes it up, the jack thing, when you jack it up, the car can still fall.
Theoretically, yes. If it's on an incline, or if it's at a weird angle, yes. But they have made jacks much safer in the past, 3 decades. Because I promise you, Boo Boo, if you would have done this in the 80s, you might not be here. Those jacks.
Remember the bumper jacks?
When I jack the car, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I need to look out some more videos because I do not know what the heck I'm doing.
I know initially you had an SUV, and those can be a little different from a car, but more than likely it comes with a jack that fits into a little notch or onto a little bump underneath, for lack of a better phrase, under the frame that more or less secures it and keeps it from sliding. And then, of course, you either turn the crank or push the handle, and it goes up. Now, you can't jack it all the way up to the maximum height because then it will tip over, or at least it'll crash down, which you don't want.
Maybe that's why, because I use a jack for my car to jack up the trailblazer. Maybe
that's probably not a good idea. All right, how about this? That would be like trying to use a little step stool to climb on top of your house. Like, it's not the adequate tool. I get that it was sufficient, for the car, but no, when you have an SUV or like a Jeep or something large like a truck, you have to jack them up a totally different way. So that probably is your issue. It probably maxed out and the damn thing went up about 6 inches.
I picture her. I picture her doing this. I picture her doing this with Ned DeWino and a 6-pack.
You know what? You tried. I'm mad.
Yeah. He also played Woodrow on Sanford and Son. Mimi! Yay!
I got questions already.
You guys even hear me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can.
Hold on, I got a whole lot I still need to do. Hold on. Because if we start going into another dimension, it's because I done did too much. Guys, how are you? I miss you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
We got you here.
Look, long story short, my ass just woke up, okay?
What?
So I was early. I'm good. Look, no, it's not. Look, this is how bad it is. It's not even. I don't feel bad. The signing, I'm gonna contact you guys because this needs sponsored shit. Damn it! Look, when I say I woke up early, right? I was like, okay, it's 10 o'clock. I got a little bit of time. Let me just rest my head back down for like additional 5 or 10 minutes. Ah, shit. I picked up my bed. I opened my eye. I'm like, why do I feel like I need to be somewhere?
Because you do.
I saw 11:05. I looked at my phone. I was like, Mimi, where you at? I was like, so guys, if I look a little regular because I got my little hat on, you can't even tell whether my hair is long, short, or what, because all of me is black. Honey, it's a black day right now. I got a drink, but I got to get it. But for right now, honey, you're checking from the Sonic because Yeah. So something happened to me the last couple of days that I didn't understand. It looked like I had bumped the back of my heel on God knows what it was. But when I say your girl was paralyzed and laid out for 2 damn days, and everybody asking me, Mimi, did a spider bite your foot? What was it? No spider, no nothing. It must have been some hoodoo, voodoo, moodoo, lulu, doo-doo. Because your girl was out. She could not walk. But thankfully, God, it's a little bit still sore today, but it's not as bad as it was the last 2 days. So, guys, I'm on track, man. How's everybody doing, damn it? Hey, boys, honey, me just made it to class, okay? Shit.
All right.
Right. I'm here too for the book this shit down. No, we're good now. We're good. We're complete. So what's up?
We are complete, honey. I saw the 3 little squares. I'm like, one missing. She might be in the dark, but she missing. She right here now.
You sure right.
We did the and you missed it. We did the Mimi's Fine Wine in honor of you and everything.
Look. I'm about to get me some shit. You might see a little black box for about 5 seconds, but I'll be right back. And this is my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 comes in here. Let me get my ass up in here. Anyway, guys, look. Watermelon margarita is right now. God, no cup, no ice. Okay, you know what? She's just late to class, okay? And a little bit unprepared.
Going straight out the box today. Mimi was like,
I can't do that.
Even my mic
ain't ready, honey. I just look. Oh, she's in class, okay? She's here, and let's go. What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
We were just talking about Hertz arresting people, falsely arresting people, saying that they stole the cars when they didn't. So 162, yeah, 165 customers are suing Hertz now, and some of them spent months in jail, and that's a felony charge of car theft. But they didn't steal the car.
That's a hell of a lawsuit.
Yeah.
That's what
165 customers they did this to. And they're still doing.
I'm about to add something crazy. And Mimi, we were talking about the whole, getting out, when people get out and get exonerated and get money. I have another question that follows that for you guys.
I need to get addressed on the show.
Hey, we can change the name for this show, shit. Hey, we taking donations. Mimi's Cash App is. Don't be sending ones either. We got a trip to take, baby. All right. We're going to be the first on the show to start stripping. Me, I'm being good.
Oh, my gosh. Look, let me tell y'all something. It's a first for everything, okay? So, anyway, every now and then, Mimi might do something unorthodox. But she's present, y'all, okay? Shoot, don't talk about me. Don't judge me.
No, we're going to do that, but it's cool. You with us.
We're going to have a don't judge me segment, honey. Look at that.
Timing out on
I even dropped off the damn freaking wagon. Look, let me get back in here.
That's all right. You can fall off the wagon, fall back on. It's cool. It happens. Some of us have that effect.
So yes, Mama, go ahead, because that sounds like serious. That's like some deep stuff right there. When it comes, that's like false imprisonment. That's you really messing up some people's lives that got names. These folks are not just anybody.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it says that.
Yeah. No. I was just saying. I thought about the fact that. If everybody, let's say they have a class action suit, which is probably what's going to happen. That's when what is happening is a company has to file for bankruptcy, go under, reemerge as another company, but they file for protection. I'll be willing to bet you that's what happens if Hertz comes back as who the hell knows, horse and pony or car rental. Because if an actual class action lawsuit pops up, man, they're going down the drain. So we'll see. But yeah, I think about that because Hertz usually hooks me up too. See, I'm pushing for y'all. Hertz hooks me up when I get to KC. They usually give me a plug on the ride. But they probably look like Nah, he's felonious enough. We ain't gonna send him because he might come back, and they would be right. So, thank y'all for not doing that to me, Hurts. They look out for me at KCI, so I can't front. But yeah, y'all in the doghouse right now, people.
Yeah, and it gets worse. One of the customers said that she was arrested at gunpoint after the company falsely reports that her vehicle was stolen.
Now, see, now that's different. I mean, it's bad enough, but yeah, you gonna draw down?
Right.
It is. I mean, it's a felony. I get it, but man, when it's all like not real, I couldn't deal. I believe in exercising that double jeopardy. Just in case anybody's listening out here, don't accuse me of some shit, and then I get out. I'm gonna go do it. God damn it! I just want y'all to know: if you accuse me of stealing your car, and I get out in 18 months, those shit's gone. Yeah, I'm not. Middle name is double jeopardy. You can't try me for the same thing twice. So see, don't accuse me of nothing, because that's your ass, hot top. But yeah, you falsely accuse somebody of something. Now, on a kind of a tripped out note, I saw something today that tripped me out. It was a brother who live streamed himself talking about some heinous crap he did. Anybody see that?
No.
This brother, I don't know what happened. I haven't followed. A friend of mine showed it to me at work. I'm really afraid that the end result is probably maybe this individual is no longer here along with some other people. But anyway, this brother was okay. So he was speaking on depression, and I suppose to paraphrase, don't nobody get mad at me if I get. Long story short, he was married. The woman he was married to falsely accused him. You got me of molesting his own children. 3 years trying to fight custody battles and things like that. He was in a very, very dark place. And then I guess he had gotten with another woman, had another child, and she threatened to do the same thing. So she was like, you'll never see your kid again, XYZ. Well, he live streamed himself going, hey, guy, or he was videoing himself going, hey, look, never thought I'd be that guy, but I just shot my, baby's mom in the head. He was like, I know I'm going to jail. He said, here's the thing. He said, I can't go to prison. We know what that means. I can't go to jail. So then he was just saying, listen, his message was, women, stop doing that. Depression's real. Now, I'm not going to say who caused it, but he was like, look, don't do that to someone who has no one, who wants to see him kids, blah, blah, blah. Then in the middle of doing this,
he was like an ex-wife.
Yeah. He just busted his head and dropped the phone. And I don't know what happened, but
exactly. Look, I was looking at the end. I went to the end of the video like, oh shit, is there more to this video? Like I was really trying to. Is this a hoax? What is it? Like,
I don't know.
So bad.
Like, he made it. He dropped the phone, went in there, and he was like, "Look, I'm gonna probably do her, then do myself." So there's a potential. If it's real, potentially 3 people are not here. Now, even if it's a hoax, which why would you do that? Because again, that's got to be illegal to do as well because it's public threat. So that's illegal. Right. I don't think the gentleman was joking. I don't know. My point is, and this is gonna trip some people out. And I said this today. A therapist once said, I heard a therapist say this, and it was really cool. Learn to fight fair. So what that means is if you're married or in a relationship or with anyone living together, whatever your situation, learn to fight fair. In other words, if that shit happened 5 years ago, don't bring that into today's argument or today's fight. Whatever we're upset about, let's address. You have to get closure. Because unfortunately, people often go, yeah, well, remember when, boom, 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 and, remember when was 10 years ago. I'll be the first to tell you, you can ask anybody, if we made it beyond that and you bring that up to me, I'm going to tell you to shut up. Yeah, remember that time? I really don't care. That's gone. You can't keep bringing old ammunition, spent ammunition for gunfight. You're shooting with an empty shell. And so it's like, I think when people do that kind of thing, no matter what you do, remember I saved you. No matter what you do, remember I helped you. And you don't let anything progress. And if you don't let go of things and get closure, this is kind of what happens. Now, this man looked like someone that was in a dark place. And I know a lot of people really, really are like that. Men, women, whoever. You're like that. But his message was really on point when he was saying, don't do that. I mean, he was in a really bad place. But look, to do that, because you know it hurts anyone, to deny someone, to take the children and leave, be that man or woman, you hold over someone's head, whether it be their job or finances or car or children. It's not fighting fair. I mean, there's a way to disagree. And that's why I love when that gentleman said that years ago. He said, learn to fight fair. You're going to argue or disagree about who's is for the dishes. Find a way to figure that out. But don't say, well, you remember that time you wrecked my car in 97? Well, I'm 3 cars deep. Like, you can't keep saying that forward. And people do that with infidelity or with mismanagement of money or things like that. It's the number one, ace in the hole that people go to. Or taking away children. I'm not going to let you see them, and I'm going to take all your money and things like that really put people in a bad place. Like, if you feel like your back is against the wall, so now I have to pay for something, and then I have to pay for other things that I can't even have access to, that would probably put me in a dark place too. And a desperate individual, desperate people do desperate things. And like I said, I think it wasn't true, but it sure as hell. I mean, it kept me captivated. I watched and listened to the whole video, which I don't do. So,
but the thing is, what people need to realize is that you can't progress forward if you're stuck in the past. You can't do it. It's like being stuck in the mud and you're trying to spin your wheels to get out of the mud. But if you're not doing everything you can to get out of that, then you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to spin one wheel and the other wheel is not going to do anything. So you're going to continuously stay stuck. So it's a mind thing. Again, it goes back to mind over matter. If you are, hell-bent on being stuck on the negativity that happened in the past, like, everyone at some point has been scorned. Everyone at some point has been burned. Everyone at some point has had their heart broken, family conflict, the whole 9 yards. We've all gone through that. But if you get stuck in the past because of that or hold that grudge, you're going to block all the wonderful things that life could have in store for you, because you're blocking your own blessings. You're blocking the good that can come into your life. And not everyone has a mindset. You have to try to find the good in every situation. Everything happens for a reason. You could be the richest person and lose everything and then learn how to build it up again. I mean, everything happens for a reason. And until people can get that understanding or get that mindset, they're not going to progress forward. We can't progress forward. That's just how it is.
Well, yeah. I hope the brothers do progress, to be honest. I'll be 100% honest with you. Like, he seemed like, you know what, I'm going to complete the hat trick. So, I don't know. I'm sure if it was real, it'll be in the news soon enough. So we'll find out.
So let's
I think we got a quick pause for the cause. What you got, George?
Yeah, let's take that pause for the calls right quick.
If you're just joining the show, welcome to CB and the Boyz. Brought to you by CB and the Boyz Incorporated and World Radio LLC. You can catch us live every Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central on Blog Talk Radio, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, and YouTube. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And now, back to CB and the Boyz.
All right. And welcome back to CB and the Boyz. Welcome in, everyone. George, how about those cheese?
Cheese. Go cheese. Hey, they broke their foot off in them. Broke it off. Just put it all the way up in there, all the way up to the knee, and just broke it off. 48 to 9. That is just. This
the Raiders not try.
That's just silly.
I would venture to say, if you look at the disrespect when you walk into somebody's house and stand on their logo. Midfield, yet. Make your little speech, your rah-rah and all that. Okay, George, I'm going to send somebody that you don't like to your crib to stick your lazy boy, take the remote control to your TV, and take your bottle. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not going to get that far. It's not going to make it that far.
So that's what I feel like was done on Sunday. And you know what?
It's a wrap.
Thank you, Ngake or whatever the hell his name is. I appreciate that cat for doing that. He definitely lit the fire that was needed. So, you know, they can actually pin that whole ass whooping on him. And he's a team leader and things like that. And, you know, we appreciate him. And I hope I see him somewhere down on Fremont or on the strip. I'm going to buy him a beer. That was very much his is ours. That was a horrible mistake. I wish they would stay motivated like that when it really, really counts. I mean, this has been an up and down year. I mean, it's the nature of this sport. So I'm just glad to see that the light kind of went on a few weeks ago. Anything can happen, but at least they're putting up a showing, in my opinion. They're playing with some cojones finally, because the first 5 or 6 games, man, I could have sworn it was Girl Scout Troop 11, Chiefs cheerleaders, Hogan High School out there. I don't know who the fuck was playing out there, but
well, like I said before, you know, one or two things happen. Either A, they found their niche and they're coming together as a team, or B, Raiders just had a really bad day and just couldn't get nothing together. One of those two. It's one of those two.
Somebody got a nice check and decided to play better.
And we're going to find out. We're going to find out within the next 2 games, because we're looking at the Chargers next week. Then we got the Steelers after that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I say next week. We get the Chargers tomorrow, the Thursday night game.
Yeah, we got the Chargers.
And then next week we follow up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if we come out of those 2 games, shining, it's a wrap, because we Chiefs as a whole have always had struggles with Pittsburgh. It don't matter if it was in Pittsburgh or in Kansas City. We've always had struggles with Pittsburgh.
Mike's a bad boy. I'm not a fan of him, but Mike is a bad boy from a coaching standpoint, and he definitely kind of has a number. I do feel like, you know, everybody's going through their thing right now with injuries and stuff like that. So this is the time of year when it's really just gut check time. You figure out, you know what, who's got it? They're bringing people up from practice squad. I mean, you start to pull people from everywhere, and they've got to show up and show out because everybody's needed. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, you know. We'll see what happens.
Yep. But with that being said, it's time to hear from our boys at the Barbecue and Sports Podcast.
I'm Jason Weaver.
And I'm Kelsey Moore.
And we're from Barbecue and Sports Podcast, bringing you sports in 90 seconds or less.
The Kansas City Chiefs routed the Las Vegas Raiders 48-9 Sunday to keep control of the AFC West. The Cleveland Browns upset the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are now only 1 game up on the Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals for the division. The Tennessee Titans beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Titans need 1 more win to steal the AFC South Division title. The LA Rams upset the Arizona Cardinals Monday, which opened the door for the Green Bay Packers to take the top spot in the NFC with their big win over the Chicago Bears. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers took care of business Sunday with their win over the Buffalo Bills. The Dallas Cowboys extend their lead in the NFC East with a big win over the Washington football team. As it stands, the wild card teams in the AFC are the LA Chargers, the Indianapolis Colts, and the Buffalo Bills. In the NFC, you have the LA Rams, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Washington football team.
Sunday, LeBron James became the oldest player in the NBA to record a 30-point triple-double, previously held by Kobe Bryant. Tuesday, the Golden State Warriors' Steph Curry knocked down his 2,974 three-pointer, passing Hall of Famer Ray Allen and becoming the all-time leader in three-points. In college basketball, the 9-0 Baylor Bears take over the number 1 spot after beating Villanova Sunday, followed by Duke, Purdue, UCLA, and Gonzaga. The college football playoffs have been announced. 1-seed Alabama plays 4-seed Cincinnati, and 2-seed Michigan will play 3-seed Georgia.
Don't stop smoking the meats.
The meats.
LeBron James, man.
All right.
LeBron James. LeBron triple double. That dude, he might need to just punch somebody in the face once a season. Because ever since he did that, boy, he been acting a fool ever since that.
What's he going through? I mean, I feel like my dude is going through something because every other day he's in the news for some like dumb shit. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that life is like, but it just seems like at this point he just doesn't have anything else to accomplish. So he's like, I might as well become a villain now.
Well, whatever it is,
That's how we got to look at that, right?
Whatever it is, it has improved his game.
He hasn't been in the news about nothing. He hasn't been in the news about cheating, no scandals, no shit. Everything is he's crying about a ball or something on the basketball court, and then all of a sudden he's caught in the middle of all kinds of stuff. His name's in the middle of everything lately. Come on, guys, you know how that goes.
Whatever it is,
we gotta say that LeBron is a real person and he does dumb shit sometimes.
Hey, whatever it is, look, whatever it is, they done pissed the man off because he has been acting a fool on the court and taking it out on everybody. I mean, that dude has been playing some ball. He's been playing some of these last few games. Ever since he punched that dude in the face, he done played some of the best ball. He got a triple double. Are you serious right now? The oldest player in the NBA gets a triple double. The hell?
He had to get that 10. I don't know. He had to get something out. I'm just wondering because you're right. I've not heard that before, and then all of a sudden, like every other day, he's doing this and doing that, and it just makes me wonder: like, is it a particular angle being taken, or what? Because of that, some people embrace that role of supervillain. Some people embrace that role of superhero, and again, to me, I'm like, this dude has done everything you can do in the sport. Shit, he's bored now. Now he wants to switch teams. He wants to get on the Hall of Doom, not the Hall of Justice. And shit. He wants to be with the tired of being one of the super teams.
Right.
They called him out. What happened was that the whole media called him out, and now he's showing out. He's like, you know what? Let me give you guys a little bit of show. Let me show y'all that LeBron know how to F up. Okay. Let me show y'all.
Fair enough. Just curious, but do your thing, brother. And he can't. And the fact that he's got so much longevity because he came in so young. Yeah, I mean, you already know. Big ups to Steph too, because Steph. Everybody. You gotta love Steph unless he beats your team, your dad. So, and not that I really follow it that much, but you gotta follow the great one.
I love Steph. His wife got him cooking in the kitchen and watching the kids. It's all good.
It's so cute.
Let's not talk about that. Let's keep it moving downtown.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
y'all know I'm
he gave the housekeeper and the maid the hour off and shit, because he ain't doing that for real.
It's all good. I can't see him doing
you can go.
All right, guys. Guess what? All right, this history, the U.S. declares an end to the war in Iraq. In a ceremony held in Baghdad on December 15th, 2011, the war that began in 2003 with the American-led invasion of Iraq officially comes to an end. Though today was the official end date of the Iraq war, violence continued and, in fact, worsened over the subsequent years. The withdrawal of American troops had been a priority of President Barack Obama, but by the time he left office, the United States would again be conducting military operations in Iraq. So, 5 days after the 9/11 attack, President George W. Bush announced the War on Terror, an umbrella term for a series of preempted military strikes meant to reduce the threat terrorism posed to the American homeland. The first such strike was the invasion of Afghanistan in October 2001, which began a war that continued for 2 decades. So what do you guys' thoughts on that? The end of the war.
Money.
Money.
Dinero. Greenbacks. It was all about greenbacks. You know what they've done? They've industrialized the area. They went to war, they fought, and they did just enough of what they needed to do to industrialize the area. You know what you know how the military's got rations and things and that sorts, and they eat and then they self-sustaining and all that stuff. But guess what the people in the military over there do when they're not fighting? They go to Walmart and McDonald's. Industrialize money. It's money. They got the oil. They put the Walmart in there. They put the McDonald's in there. They're industrializing. It's about the greenbacks, the dinero, the money. It's all about the money.
What's his character's name, George? What's his character's name?
I'm just saying. I'm like
Uncle Rufus.
I'm just saying. That's what it is. That's what it is. She asked our thoughts. There's my thoughts. It's all about the money. The man went in there and said, "Oh well, I'm just gonna kick your ass and take your oil." And then he's like, "Well, shit. While we're here, Walmart, why don't y'all come on over here and build me something up there so we can go and do a little shopping and all this and that." And then it's like, "Well, damn, we gotta eat." You know what I'm saying? So they kicked in the McDonald's and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Money, corporate money at somebody else's expense.
They really worry about Walmart over there.
But money definitely plays a big part. Money plays a big part in everything. I mean, think about it. When something happens, the person who has the most money is the one who comes out on top. So, yeah, the 1%. Those are the ones that get looked at. You know, those are the ones that are taken care of. You know, and the middle class, people like us, we suffered because of that. But you know what? My outlook on it is this. I can't be angry for something I've never had. And I can't be longing for something or bitter for something that I've never had.
Until we hit that 6-figure income come the turn of the year, we start doing real good. And the IRS start coming to us with some extra shit. Anyway, I don't want to say like this, I got my finance office for the last 18 years. I don't want them to snatch my damn number.
Hey, get off the radar, girl. Get off the radar.
Look, I'm going to give you the answer. It's about the money. It's all about
I need you to
the money.
First of all,
to cash out.
We're in the film industry, and the money looks good. So when we're ready to do that, money theme, we know where to come.
Money.
George over there looking like he wants to be an extra and paid in full and shit. Like, nah, what do you think?
It's about the money. It's about the money.
Right. I need him to have a big ass chain and a troop outfit on and a Kango.
Or a Kango. Bring him back from the 80s.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I mean that's the truth of the matter. If you got it and Uncle Tom wants it, they're gonna go get it. That's just the truth of the matter. Yeah, and you can hide behind a lot of different meetings and summits and get-togethers and gatherings, but in the end, it's just kind of like Crystal said about it really we're swinging the biggest club, and then I'm gonna coming in. So. Glad that here's the interesting people that are like say military personnel. They look at it one way because it's their job and occupation. If they didn't have something to work towards, what's the purpose of them? It's how they feel. So I get there are people that want to deploy and want to engage and things like that. And you can name it patriotism and all kind of other crap, but in the end, it's like the job they signed up for and what they need to do. For people that, because a non-working, non-engaging military person is a civilian, more or less. They don't have anything to do. A country that's not actively, engaging in doing something to, hire their position, is probably on the verge of having it done to them. It's like the way of the world. It's been like that throughout all time. So it's kind of a checks and balances type of thing going on. As sad as it may seem, we just happen to be, living in the country that tends to get the top full rank, unlike a lot of other ones. Yeah. You don't want to go over there with Tim. Tim will fire some shit off on you. So,
right, yeah, exactly.
That's for sure. But I mean,
as the gospel should.
Yeah. So, you got to pick and choose.
You do. You really do.
What up?
So, guys, is the holiday season. So is everyone excited that this is the Christmas season? I know it's become commercialized, but this is not the day, the month of perpetual joy and season's greetings. And there's one thing I have to say is that there is no place like Christmas in Kansas City. Yep, I said it. Christmas in Kansas City is unlike no other. Like, seriously. Christmas in Kansas City, man, it's an amazing time. Like, Thanksgiving night, we have the lighting of the mayor's, the plaza light, and then the day after, you have the lighting of the mayor's Christmas tree. Everyone sings. It's so much fun. When they light the plaza lights, which is a year-long tradition. I mean, it's gone back decades after decades after decades. It's such a tradition for Kansas City. And, and if it snows, even better, because it's so cold. You're standing there freezing, but you feel the warmth of the Christmas spirit coursing all through your body, all through your veins. And you see it on the person standing next to you and the person in front of you as everyone raises their voices. I'm not that good, but raises their voices singing these wonderful Christmas carols. And it just puts you in the Christmas mood. Like, I am one who doesn't just like Christmas. I love Christmas. And it's kind of a selfish reason why, because being an only child, I got whatever I wanted. But that's beside the point. But also, having siblings, so I have the best of both worlds, being an only child. Plus, I have siblings, so. Anyway, but it's just such a fun time of year. Everyone is just together, and it's such a great feeling. So there are some films that I want to recommend to you guys that you should definitely check out over the holiday season. Now,
And now it's time for At the Movies with CB. Yep, At the Movies with CB.
There we go. Thank you, Alvin and the Chipmunks, for that. Anyway, so the first film that I recommend everyone watch is It's a Wonderful Life, starring the wonderful Jimmy Stewart. Hollywood royalty. All of these films that I'm going to recommend to you, and I'm just going to recommend 3. So these are my top 3 for this week. Next week, we're doing the top 5, so through Christmas. So the first one, It's a Wonderful Life, with James Stewart, Donna Reed, Lionel Barrymore also stars in the film. The all-star cast, it's wonderful. It's a Wonderful Life. But the message of the film is wonderful, because it's kind of like one of those be careful what you wish for type of thing. Now, Jimmy Stewart plays George Bailey, and he doesn't realize how much his existence touched other people's lives. If he was not born, so many things would not have taken place if not for him. So I'm not going to give the film away if you haven't seen it, but I'm sure everyone should have seen this film. It's a Wonderful Life. So it is such a great film. And so I definitely recommend seeing that this holiday season with your family, or watch it by yourself. Pop some popcorn, settle in. It's about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours long. but it's a great film. It moves wonderfully. They just remastered it to be in color because originally it was in black and white. So now all the fun in color, which makes it so much better. Like, oh my God, guys, you're going to love this film in color. When I saw it in color recently, for me, it was like watching it for the very first time. So I totally recommend It's a Wonderful Life. It's a fabulous film. Everyone should check it out. The next film I want to recommend is also another classic, and that is Christmas in Connecticut, starring the beautiful Barbara Stanwyck and Gary Cooper. So they teamed up for this film because, you know, they were also good Meet John Doe, which is another great classic, but we won't talk about that one. Anyway, they teamed up for this wonderful holiday film where Gary Cooper stars as his character is a soldier, and he goes to Barbara Stanwyck's farmhouse for the Christmas holiday. Now, Barbara Stanwyck's character, she is a cook, but not really, but she's a cook on TV. She has her own cooking show, and she wrote so many cooking books, and all the housewives and everyone just loves her. She's like America's sweetheart. But what they don't know is that she really can't cook. She's like me, you know? She really exists. There's so many women that we get
That's saying a lot.
Being cooked. Hey, you do what you gotta do. But it's just a great film. So for publicity, she has this farmhouse, and she's going to cook a wonderful holiday meal. And she's invited Gary Cooper, who is a soldier, to come to have Christmas dinner with her and her family. So she hires a husband, she hires kids, and she hires the whole family. And it's so cool. And they fall in love, and it's great. It's a beautiful film. It's a great holiday film. So Christmas in Connecticut. And the snow scene, oh my God, it's so beautiful. So be on the lookout for that. But definitely check out Christmas in Connecticut. Also, It's a Wonderful Life. The third film for you is Meet Me in St. Louis. And Meet Me in St. Louis actually is a film that is a film for all seasons because it has a beautiful Christmas scene, but then there's a spring scene, a summer scene. It's awesome. And it's all about, it stars Judy Garland. And it's a wonderful, wonderful scene. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful film. So I definitely recommend Meet Me in St. Louis, starring Judy Garland, Mary Astor, Margaret O'Brien, Lucille Bremer. It's such a good film. So you definitely want to check that out. It's got songs that you love. It's a musical, of course. It's got many songs that you know and love, from Clang, Clang, Clang with the Trolley is one song. The Monkey See What You Do. And then also the Timeless, Have Yourself a Merry Christmas, sung by the wonderful Judy Garland. It's such a great song. And it was introduced to the film, and it is so good. So, me in St. Louis, definitely. So these are my top three for this week. And to recap, It's a Wonderful Life, number 1. Christmas in Connecticut, number 2. And Meet Me in St. Louis, number 3. All of these films are amazing. You're going to love them. And if you love musicals, you're definitely going to love Meet Me in St. Louis. So this is CB with Movie Talk to TV. So check it out, and we'll be right back after these messages.
If you're just joined in, don't you dare leave. I'm gonna give you something that'll make your blood bleed. Blog Talk and iHeart Radio, dude. Apple Podcasts, Facebook, and YouTube. The newest and the hottest podcast in the nation, coming at you every week with some midweek motivation. Cell phone, PC, tablet, I don't care. No matter where you're at, we will reach you everywhere. Now back to the show. CB and the boys.
All right. And everyone, welcome back to CB and the Boys. Welcome. So which other films do you guys think you want to check out?
You missed one. First of all, you missed Die Hard. That's the number one Christmas movie. All that other shit can sit to the side.
Exactly.
So, you say Die Hard, right?
Exactly.
For the fellas.
Die Hard.
Come on, man.
All right, so why Die Hard?
Actually, Die Hard, and his other one that he did with Damon Wayans.
Oh, what's that Christmas?
The Long Start?
You talking about Last Boy Scout?
The Last Boy Scout, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them.
Die Hard, though. Die Hard is everybody's favorite cousin Christmas movie, dog. Because the man says, he and his wife are estranged, ex-wife, whatever. And then she gets abducted by the kidnappers at the Nakatomi. And then you've got Reginald Bell Johnson, was the father from Family Matters. I mean, come on. And then Bruce Willis gets to save the whole city, barefoot blues and shit, with machine guns saying yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, and it's snowing. It's great. I mean, it's great. Come on, man. Die Hard. But no, real talk. I've seen It's a Wonderful Life, all the rest of them. Listen, you know what? Everybody's favorite old school people. That's fine. No, not going to do it. But Die Hard, man. You got to have Die Hard. It's got to be done.
You got to have Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and the Grinch that stole Christmas.
You're like, she's a huge Christmas thing. I mean, I think for the most part people are, but what I realize about parents, like when you got other things to really do, it's just another commercial time of year that you want to get through. Like I get that it's supposed to be whatever, but and again, not to kind of pee on Christmas because it's fun with family and things like that, but the whole anxiety and pressure and all about, I gotta rush and get this and get that when you're trying to make plans for like the real world and shit. It's kind of weird because you have to take a break out of your normal life and say, okay, I'm going to go. Now I've got to shop and remember this person and that person. But again, there are things I love about it. It's my daughter's birthday. My son comes to town. You know, you get with your family, but I'm close to my family anyway for that, for all intents and purposes. That's not an issue. So there are good things about it, but I'm not going to, it's so over hyper commercialized like every holiday in the country that particular meaning of it means nothing to me. We adults are like, gosh, okay, what do I have to get now? who did I forget now? So, I mean, it's cool, it's fun, it is what it is, but to me, it's like, okay, how many days before I can start pulling my contract and working again? Because we're trying to do things. You know what I mean? But, I'm not being a screw, just my kid's birthday. So, she shared her birthday with Jesus. So it's all good on that front. You were kind of cute. Yeah.
Look, I didn't even get the question. I was just about to tell you, you need to let us folks know what we need to be doing about the extra pounds that we're going to be gaining during this little holiday season, honey.
Hey, I mean, I'm just saying, hey.
We got to lose a little 15 so we can gain a little 20 and then get back to the 5 after the year turn over.
Wait,
that's what we need to do.
Mimi, let me hit you with this.
If you got some flabby and flimmy flam, then check this out. Roger's Fitness Tip of the Week.
Sometimes you leave the house and you leave one of your kids with all the remote money.
If you got some flabby and flimmy flam, then check this out. Roger's Fitness Tip of the Week.
but he's got terrible running form. We'll talk about that later, though. So yeah, I'm glad you asked.
Oh my God. Let's go.
So knowing full well what's about to go down. This is what I want. This is what I want my people to do. I love everybody. I need you guys to think about this. Okay, think about the holidays. People go, "I'm not eating all day. I'm saving up for the big meal." Mistake number 1 through 3. You can't do that. Okay, so let's just before we even get into what workouts, we have to get on schedule. Eat like you normally eat. If you eat a small breakfast, do that. If you eat a small lunch or whatever, do that. Because when you go, I haven't eaten all day, what's the next thing that's going to come at 5 p.m. or whatever? Oh, I feel funny because I haven't eaten all day. Now you can't eat and you can't enjoy your meal. It happens every year. And I'm talking to all of y'all out there that are over the age of 5 because your old ass ought to know better than to do that. But you do it anyway. You save up all day waiting for the big meal and you can't enjoy it. You're stupid. Don't do that. Your body doesn't
I must be in the 1% because I don't eat for 2 days and then I throw down.
Well, you're remedial, though. You're different, George. You know, George, you do things differently. You on your own planet, baby boy. You on your own planet.
You know what? He couldn't be. You know what? We could have a remote control on the other side where we could just mute him. Because, you know, he looked like he could eat like 5 plates of food and I gained 2 pounds over there with the bullshit.
Yeah. So, see, nobody even wants to talk to George because he makes people mad.
2 days.
See, so
yeah, baby. I'm that garbage disposal.
We're gonna put George on the outside of that bell-shaped curve because he'll make everybody mad. So we're not talking about George because he can do that.
I got to double up everything. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 turkeys at Thanksgiving, one for me, one for everybody else.
But yeah, also for those that don't know, he's a very tall individual. So most of the time, like the food takes like 7 hours to get from their head to their feet. You know, don't worry about that. He's very tall. So for normal human beings, you know, it's different. You can't. Everybody ain't 6'4", 5. But
Roger, give us a tip. Give us a tip for real.
Okay, so here's the deal. Eat normally, but what I would say is throughout the holidays, eat frequently. But it's nothing that you guys don't know. But like what I do, especially if you're going to cook, for those people that are cooking, if you notice, the cooks almost never have a plate of what they make because they kind of sample throughout. Take that, but don't take it to the extreme. You know, eat small portions. I would rather you eat 6 times a day than to eat 2 times and have really big meals. So if you really know you love grandma's mac and cheese and mom's yams and so-and-so turkey, eat a small plate. Come back 2 hours later, come back 2 hours after that. And if people go, you eat again, go, yeah, shoot yourself. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Because I'll guarantee you, yours will burn off quicker than if you sit on a meal for a king, and then you're going to be shut down for the whole day. You can't function. That's not how your body really is designed. Your body put a little fuel in, keep going.
And let me chime in. Let me chime in right there because you got a really good point. Because what a lot of people don't really know, what they don't realize is when they do that whole I'm gonna go on this starvation binge right before this meal time, the entire time you do that, your stomach shrinks. Then you go to have this great big meal, and guess what? You can't eat it all, but you stuff yourself, and then you're miserable for the next 3 days.
Mm-hmm. And that's very true. What he's talking about, he's very, very correct. Starvation syndrome is a real thing. When your body thinks it's not going to get more fuel, it will hang on to what it has. So believe it or not, the less often you eat, the more you gain. Your body will hold on to that because it's like, I'm going to get another meal. If you eat, it's kind of like filling your car. You fill your car up once a week. You drive as far as you can until the light comes on. Some people stop every day or 2. Either way, like I said, you're going to get where you need to go. It's just a matter of the energy expenditure. So that on top of what I would say is, you know what? Do yourself a favor. If for those who aren't into doing all this working out, just walk everywhere. No elevator, take steps. Don't drive to the mailbox or drive down to the store if the weather's permitting and the area is okay. Walk. All these little things will negate that little bit of weight. If you eat a small meal that's 300, 400, 500 calories, you can get rid of a good portion of that by walking, taking steps, doing exercise. Now you have to get back at 0. You start with a new meal. and then you don't have extra calories on top of each other. These are really little things we can do to keep that holiday weight off, because we're all going to do it. I mean, I've got something that I'm training for at the turn of the year. So believe it or not, we all have to get some. I'm going to change up my diet. I'm going to change up the ways that I train and things like that. And I will keep everybody posted with that. We're doing we're competing, we're fighting for, it's called Tap Out the Cancer. We'll talk about it later. For those, everybody's been affected by it. So we got people that are training for that. But I'm going to have a little regime that I'm going to kick in for about a month or so before, we're up. So when everybody's fighting, you're going to get in your best shape. So that being said, I promise you I won't tell you anything that I don't do myself. I walk a lot. I take steps, not elevators, and I eat small meals. So I eat constantly throughout the day. And consequently, when you wake up in the morning, even if you went to bed rubbing your stomach, you wake up in the morning and it's flatter. It's a little flatter, believe it or not. It's little things. You don't have to do a whole lot. You don't have to become a gym rat. You don't have to run X amount of miles. You just have to be smart. It's a numbers game. So this holiday season, I want everybody to think about that. It's a numbers game. And if we get into, we're going to do our financial tips later on, I'm going to come back to that numbers game, but it won't be about weight. It'll be about finance. So with that being said, enjoy all you want in small amounts, and then really frequently. If you eat 5-6 times a day, you'll end up losing a couple of pounds a day or a pound a day or whatever, as opposed to one big meal that your body can't handle. And then just get your steps in. Yeah, hey, shit, I bet everybody out there got Fitbits they don't use. Get your steps in. Don't take the escalator at the mall when you go Christmas shopping. Walk, go up the steps, come down, carry yourself, park far away from the mall, walk your car. Little things over and over and over again. Pennies make dollars, baby. Pennies make dollars. Do little things and you'll get big results. Wow.
What's your average steps a day, Raj?
I couldn't begin to tell you because you realize, like, if I talked to you guys the other day. Sometimes I'm on a roof. Sometimes the network cabinet's up here. Sometimes I'm in the basement. I have to go up and down ladders. I mean, when you're dealing with networks and IT, people keep their access points, Wi-Fi, network everywhere. I'm climbing ladders. I'm carrying things. I'm doing that all day. This is after I do my normal routine at a gym or whatever. So
yeah, I maintain that fitness app on my phone. It's been on there for like 4 or 5 years now. And I mean, it just runs in the background. So it's always counting how many steps I do a day. And mind you, I work at Wally World. So I'm average anywhere from, but they say a good healthy day of walking is like 6,000 steps a day. 6 to 8,000 steps a day is a good average steps for walking. That's when you're doing plenty of walking. I average 25 to 30,000 steps a day.
Well, dang! Wow.
But really, that's true. It like you saying, it's just a numbers game. It really is. It's nothing more. It's nothing less. It's just about how you add it up. If someone comes and gives you $1 every day, in 20 days you have $20. It's no different than if somebody gives you $20 today and no more money for 20 days.
Right.
It's just, it's how you go about it.
George, you can't do it. You can't do it at all. You are not to be caught on a treadmill. But you know what? Shit, maybe some crunches or some shit, but them legs, honey, they've got to be on point. I get it. That's not a freaking walk.
Yeah,
I'm going to say my 5 miles, my 5 miles in the morning, might do it, but I don't know. I don't know if it beats that 20,000.
It's funny to watch how much we do for people will pay for convenience. In other words, I've seen people. I remember when I coached track for a lot of years, and I would watch people leave their job, drive to the track, walk a couple of laps, get back in the car, and drive to the job. You understand where I'm going with this? So the atmosphere made you feel better. You drove a couple of miles there, walked about 800 meters, and drove a couple of miles back. Now, I get that it's your lunch break, but this could be reserved for evenings or in the morning or whenever, or you could just walk and never drive anywhere. I see people to the mailboxes. I see people drive to the corner store. There's so many things you can do that don't require a gym. I have a lot of workouts that don't require the gym. They give you more atmosphere. They're a little more fun. I mean, for people that are really big into one thing, it's fine. So I have a lot of things. I wish out to do as much as I can. And then, like, when the weather gets inclement, then I'll go inside. And, I mean, of course, I should do weights and whatnot. But there's so many things that don't require a gym, so you can have stimulation and you can have an atmosphere and things like that. You know, so I think that's a big part of what I'm going to start doing. It got cold in Vegas. I'm sorry, you guys. I was supposed to have a video, but it was cold. Your boy wasn't going out there, so I'm going to try my best to have a video. I'm going to start incorporating some of my own stuff so that you can see that I'm not lying about it. I want to share that with everybody.
That little video that George had up just now is not it.
That ain't me, dog. As long as you know that ain't me.
If you got some flabby and flimmy flam, then check this out. Roger's Fitness Tip of the Week.
Hey, listen, first of all,
it's the fireworks for me, honey. You got the little.
Okay, first of all, he's wearing like jean shorts or something like that. You don't work out in those. Second of all, his running form is bad, and I'm a huge critic of running form. But that's okay. I appreciate it, G. I appreciate it. I'm going to have to give you my own, though.
Oh, we got to work that. You got to put him a video quickly. Okay?
Yes, I'm about to get you my own.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious.
That's too funny. I love it, sir. It's too funny. So, no, but especially in the coming year, I want to get everybody a lot more active in some stuff, and in that way, if you see how I'm doing it, you can say, okay, how do I because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to modify it for every group and every body type. So nobody's going to be like, I can't do those. Yeah, you can. It's going to be modified. I'll try to do it a couple of different ways, and I think that's what's going to help for me to show it. So whenever Vegas decides to come off this schizophrenic mood swing and get the weather back together, I'm definitely going to get outside and do some stuff and start sharing with you guys.
George is exempt. He cannot send in no video, no pictures, nothing. He'll need to sit right there and cover
If you got some flabby and flimmy flam, then check this out. Roger's Fitness Tip of the Week.
I guess that would be George, right? 10 years from now.
Oh my goodness. Come on, man.
Oh my God. Yes, honey, because that player got all kinds of 20 packs going on, honey, in that damn video.
I know doing it. Come in. I know the questions are going to come in, and just this is my quick segue with that. People, don't. I hate New Year's resolutions. I do. I hate them more than you even understand. They are such trash. If you're gonna do it January 1st, do it December 15th. Like, I can't stand it. Do it 5 minutes ago. I hate New Year's resolutions. You know what? I make the same one every year, and I keep the same one every year. You know what it is? To not make a damn resolution. If I'm going to change, I'm changing right now. I'm going to start tomorrow, tonight, whenever. I can't stand it. I'm going to do the first of the year. Or people go, I'm going to start working out on Monday. It's Wednesday, dog. That's 4 days. Go now. So for those of y'all that are going to go, you can start working. Don't do it. Don't wait until January 1st because you're going to be hungover. And then you're going to be talking about Valentine's Day and your ass going to be fluffy for February 14th. And then St. Patrick's going to come around, and even though most of y'all ass ain't Irish, You're going to be drinking green beer, and you're going to be fluffy again. And then you're going to be mad because you can't look good on spring break. And then summer's going to come around, and you ain't going to have your 4th of July outfit because your big ass ain't going to be
You skipped Easter.
Start now. Just start now.
You skipped Easter.
Start now. I'm just saying. Let me know what you're feeling. Let me know what you're feeling. I got some videos for y'all though. We gonna get it right. We're gonna incorporate that so that you don't think I'm that big of a liar. At least on this. Everybody keep on my journey.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Crystal's back, everybody. She having a little technical difficulties, but she back.
We missed you.
How you doing? How's
funny.
your mama doing?
Right.
How's your whole damn family
Hey,
doing?
we can't hear you.
Good. Oh, you talking about George or Crystal? George, you know.
No, I can't hear Crystal. We can't hear Crystal. No, we can't hear you. On that
She muted her phone so that we wouldn't hear all those cuss words. Bleep, 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 just got bleep, 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 just got that bleep, 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 bleep. She was having technical difficulties.
All right, so now we are going to have a music break. And coming up, I've got this song actually definitely kind of coincides with what our topic is tonight on body shaming. So here is Bella Porch, who is a YouTuber. But this is Bella Porch with Build a Bitch.
This ain't Build a Bitch. You don't get to pick and choose. If it happened, let it move. If my eyes are bright, I'm blue. This ain't Build a Bitch. I'm showing flaws and attitude. So if you need perfect, I'm not good for you. Fuck the guilt about comfort. Told me I need fixing. But then I'm just not that good. Lot of parts are missing. I feel like a person working underrated. That's the kind of girl he was, but he forgot. This ain't Build a Bitch. You don't get to pick and choose. If it happened, let it go. If my eyes are bright, I'm blue. This ain't Build a Bitch. Show the flaws and attitude. So if you need perfect, I'm not good for you. Boys are always playing golf, looking for the bar. They don't look like cannabis, hardly have a heart. Needs an extra fault to start so he can take his charge. That's the kind of girl he was, then he forgot. This ain't Build a Bitch. You don't get to pick and choose. If it happened, let it move. If my eyes are bright, I'm blue. This ain't Build a Bitch. I'm showing flaws and attitude. So if you need perfect, I'm not good for you.
All right, so that was Build a Bitch by Bella Porch, and I was corrected by my daughter. She is a TikToker, not a YouTuber. So sorry about that mistake. So this song definitely coincides with what our topic is tonight when we're talking about body shaming. So when you hear the word body shaming, what comes to mind? According to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of body shaming is the action or practice of humiliating someone by making mocking or critical comments about their body shape or size. For example, she is not the only celebrity to speak up about body shaming or expressing mockery or criticism about a person's body shape or size. For example, the singer has been dealing not only with the heartache, but with the nasty body shaming comments. So also body shaming can be deemed a form of bullying as well. And it's usually the victims are people that already have low self-esteem, and they try to break them and just sink them lower and lower and lower into no self-esteem. So when you guys think of the word body shaming, or when you think of body shaming, what comes to mind?
Interesting.
I can't really elaborate much on that because I don't like it. You know, when people talk about people's weight or this and that. Okay, they so big as a house. Oh, they too small. Oh, they. I can't even get into conversations like that because I think at some point or another in life, we all have challenges with some part of our body. And I think like even with models, like we would look at these, you know, size 4, 6 models and we're like, oh my gosh, you guys don't even understand what they go through. Like they are sitting up, starving themselves, and, you know, they are actually like the worst of the worst, you know, because they really go through it. So at the end of the day, it's like everybody goes through something with it, no matter how perfect you may think that this individual is or isn't. We're all going through it. We're never satisfied with ourselves. And I think you can kind of like piggyback on that, Roger, because I'm pretty sure that you go through a lot of that when you're dealing with people that come to you for, you know, for help, really, you know?
It's crazy, and you said it best. Everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody, all 4 of us, everybody out there has an issue that you know yourself better than anybody on the planet.
Not
so
George.
Even though,
not George.
Even though, we're giving George but the grief because, I mean, George is just, listen, he's a tall brother.
Why are you shaming my body?
He's what a lot of people talk about. See, he's tall. Now, the dark and handsome part, I mean, I guess his wife thinks he's all right. I don't know.
Oh!
But
then it's not the same night. It's not the same night.
I'm darker than. But you know what's funny? Think about it, and that's a good point. People use colorism, body shaming. Is she blonde and blue? Does she have a nice behind? Is he muscular? Every one of us has something we deal with. Even if you have fantastic, you know, abs, but you might have terrible legs, or you might have, you know, like you said, as a woman, I think people tend to think body shaming is strictly weight based. It is not. And you're right, Nene. When I tell you I've seen and heard it all, it's heartbreaking to encounter people who you look at and go, "Oh my goodness, everybody has beauty in them." But in order to, you have confidence is actually the killer of body shaming. We all have things about us that people now. So for me, you know, obviously at this point, if someone were to say, I don't care what they don't like about me, they may not like the fact that I have a goatee, or they don't like the fact that I'm, you know, my height or weight or shape. I've got an answer for that, but that's me. I've spent my, you know, whole adult life, you know, you kind of build your ammo up for that kind of thing. But everybody is not like that. Some people are not prepared to engage, and therefore you can't retaliate. You can only retreat. Yeah. And those are the people we worry about, because those are the people that end up doing very, very detrimental things to themselves, if not worse. And so you're right. I think it's gotten it's always been out of control. It's become more addressed lately because with the advent of social media and all these, you know, engines that allow for the world has become this big. You can look into someone in, you know, Lithuania's front yard and see what they look like gardening. Just like you can look into someone's office in Japan. It's amazing, but at the same time, it creates a whole level of stimulus that people aren't ready for. And unfortunately, you have to love who you are, because although I can't say you can't change it, because technically you can change just about anything. But think about think about how you have to feel to go to that level of paying for it. Whether it be, enhancement, reduction, whatever the case may be. For every woman that wants a breast augmentation, there are a lot of sisters and the ladies out there that are dying to get some of that shit taken off. And people go, "You're lucky." No, you don't know. You don't know what women that are very well endowed up there go through. Back issues, lots of things. People that are tall wish they had it because of the pictures and things like that. You don't know what people go through if you have to carry anything in excess or not enough. It's always something. If you don't fit right in the middle, then you stick out. Now, how do you handle that? And most people can't. It's difficult standing alone. And so I'm not sure. Like, I feel like this. If you have broad shoulders, by that I mean you can say what you want to me. I'm not going to let you say anything about the person next to me or the person next to them because maybe they can't handle it and it'll push them over the edge. And that's something I could not. I can't go with it. Right. I think it's unnecessary. Look, I love you for you. If you're your height and your shape and your hair length and your eye color, that's why I love you. It ain't because if you had green eyes, you'd be better. If you had blonde hair, you'd be better. That's a crock of shit. Then you wouldn't be Mimi. You wouldn't be Crystal. He wouldn't be George. I wouldn't be Roger. But people have to have acceptance. And when you can actually force them, you can either say, accept me or never talk to me again. You can force acceptance or you can force someone to disappear.
You don't think I'd be better with blonde hair?
Well, that's really now that when you had acceptance.
I can't even imagine George with hair. If George had a fade, I wouldn't know what to do.
But you nailed it when you said acceptance because it's all about acceptance. According to the Merriam-Webster.com, body shaming is, of course, as I said, the act of practicing or subjecting someone to criticism or mockery for supposed bodily fault or imperfection. And this also includes not only criticizing others, but also yourself. Comparing any aspect of your physical appearance to another is a recipe for disaster. So basically, body shaming is more than what you might think.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So where does the line stop between not my type and body shaming? I like this, I don't like that.
Well, the thing is this, it's how you deliver that message to another. If someone approaches you and they want to know if they're your type or they ask what your type is, everybody has a type. I mean, that goes without saying. But it's the way you deliver that message. If you are flippant about it and someone, wants to know, so what's your type? And they're like, well, not you, that's kind of rude.
Well, that's not body shaming, though, by saying that.
You don't like her, no?
Right. So we drifted just a little bit, but I want to say something about that because you can get that 6'4" dude that's 210 or 220 pounds, and he got a six-pack and all that shit, and 5 years later, he's 8 months pregnant, and he done became 300 pounds. What you gonna do with him? You're not gonna throw the man away, are you?
Well,
anyway,
I will address that. I love what Crystal said in response to that. So what G was talking about is personal preference. So and Crystal said how you deliver the text. So if you say, I prefer this height, this size, this whatever, and I know people that are very, very specific. Okay, let's take my son who's funny as hell. My son is very slender. He's young, slim, six-pack, but, we would back in our day, we'd say skinny, which you don't say. But, he got the six-pack abs. He got a metabolism like a rat. So he's fat. He's Mimi's color. My son's this color. He's full of shit. Now, my son likes dark-skinned women, which is hilarious to me because everybody in my family is about my complexion. I may be we're all ranging here. And it's funny. But again, based on maybe whatever experience he had with, that's his preference. He's not mean to lighter people. Like I tell him all the time, you're the brightest beige there is. You're this color, boy. But he likes dark-skinned women because of an experience. It doesn't mean he hates lighter women. It just means that's his preference. Now, if he went around and did like, there have been rappers out there, I'm not saying names, who have made huge issues about saying that light skin or red bone or this or that are better than others. And it makes people mad because, again, I'm never going to take a dump on any woman. I love my women. I take care of my sisters. Look, what you like is what you like. Some people's preference is no preference. Some people's preference is yes over here. I got a buddy who loves tall women. He's maybe my height, a hair under 6 feet tall, but he loves tall women. If you're 6'1", 6'2", he's in heaven. And I'm like, my guy, he wants women like George's height. That's his thing. And he likes light. I know everybody's different. And again, I think about my history from the time I've dated 4'6" to 6'2", and the color of the rainbow, and the gamut has been run on size, shape, whatever. But some people are very specific. Like CB said earlier, you can't take a dump on anybody else. You just have to go, no, this is my preference. So what George was saying is, what if you have a preference? Fine. If you have a preference and someone who's not in that comes up and says, hey, how you doing? You go, thank you. No, thank you. But when you walk around and go, if you're this tall, you're no good. If you're this size, you're no good. If you're bigger than size 6, you're disgusting. That's bullshit. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Ashley Graham, she's married to a brother in Nebraska. That's a bad girl. Like I said, that she's pregnant. She's getting bigger by the day. She could get it. I would a football tackle with her big ass. That's a fine woman. I'm saying that to say, listen, her husband.
And if you're listening,
Ashley Graham, if you're listening, I ain't saying I want you divorced because you got a lovely family. I tackle you, good girl. I tackle you. She might be my size. Shit, she can get it. I'm saying all that to say it goes across the board. I meant it. Shit, I said it. But for people that are that specific, it usually comes down to an insecurity that they've seen, something that's been pushed upon them. Be it most trauma comes from childhood. It really does. Most trauma that we experience, whether it's colorism, sexism, size, any kind of prejudice, usually occurs against us or in front of us as children. Pay attention. Because when people that don't like something or don't like someone, they're going to go, when I was little, XYZ happened. And so you have to retrain yourself to think differently. And because people don't understand that this stems from way back, you have to address where it came from. Maybe your parents taught you that. Maybe your best friend. Maybe school influenced you. But one way or the other, it has made it so that you see something different. If you were the tall, think about how it used to be when people were really, really tall girls in junior high and high. You were bigger than all the boys. You felt weird about it until you got to high school and guys grew and things like that. Those girls were the most uncomfortable creatures I've ever seen. Was young ladies that were 5'10", 6 foot in 7th grade, and all the boys are still 4'11". Terrible. Or if you develop first, now I know there's no shortage of boobage on this.
Look, George over there taking a sip on what you just said because his ass, he got this whole thing going across the forehead that says, I can't relate.
No, right. He looking teachers in the eye in the 5th grade. He looking at the principal in the eye and says, hey, George, how about you eat shit and die? We don't care about you right now. There's none of us.
Are you body shaming me for being tall?
I said it. I'm shaming. Kiss my ass. Hey, George is probably dunking in 7th grade. I don't care. I don't like you.
It's really
as a matter of fact,
I never even knew that term. I never knew that term existed. Body shaming. I've never heard about it until I saw it on the flyer, and I was like, okay. I mean, I get it, but I never knew that the term existed. But yeah, I guess it does.
So think about it. Think about it. If you come from a world where the majority of the people, you guys kind of fit a similar mode, no matter what that may be. If you're in a particular neighborhood or school or whatever. Now, imagine if you're someone who's outside that box by going to a different school, i.e. a private school, a school in a different neighborhood, a school in a different socioeconomic background, you're going to see something different. If you're a brown kid going to a school full of white people, it's going to come off a little differently because it's going to be seen in a different visage, especially in the generation that we came up in. I'm sorry, but it just wasn't a lot of Karens with booties and things like that in the 80s. It just wasn't. And so when you see a curvy sister, or you see somebody who's developing a little bit sooner, no matter who it is, people are going to be like, whoa, because it's an anomaly. Just like if you're the very short, the very tall, if you're exceptionally fast, smart, there's 1,000 things that will make you stick out and make a young person very uncomfortable. But it's when people go, ooh, I don't like that. And you have no idea what that is about. And unfortunately, this country and this world and certain industries have given beauty a name and a face, and it doesn't match everybody. I don't agree at all, which is why I love the fact that we have Ashley Grahams and Lizzos and Lunels
and Monique,
Queen Latifah's. Monique. Now, I know Queen Latifah. I know she likes girls.
Hey, let me tell you something. Queen Latifah can get it. Queen Latifah can get it.
But people, but society's view of beauty is being a stick and not eating. What you see airbrushed on these magazines, it's not real. It's why Kendrick Lamar had the song, show me some cellulite, show me some women with stretch marks, show me some real stuff. Because it's so airbrushed. Everything is so fake these days that it's hard to decipher what is real and what isn't. Like the lace, like they slay these wigs now. You can't tell if it's somebody's hair or if it's a wig. They got the baby hair and everything.
That's the thing that I hate, because I mean, my whole, for the longest time, hold on, Mom, I gotta say this in there. For the longest time, my biggest fear was going to bed with this one and waking up with somebody else. Like, damn, that's not what you looked like last night.
That only happened one time.
I mean, that's just a flat out lie. In my opinion, in my one person's opinion, that's a flat out lie. Don't come to me with hair down to your shoulder blades, and it's really ain't no longer than mine. You know what I'm saying? You just lied to me, is what you did.
We'll talk about the physical lie. That's I want that. That's a different show, because boy, Hollywood Shuffle is gonna come into play. But don't give it away, George.
That's definitely a different show. But I was gonna say, Stevie, you mentioned something about, or who was it just now? I think it was yourself, Roger, that mentioned. No, it was Stevie. Mentioned something about the stretch marks and this and that. And George in the back, and all of a sudden, he just shook like somebody electrocuted his ass. George, what was that? You gotta explain it. I'm sitting here, I can't help it but to start laughing. I'm like, y'all be doing the darndest thing when we're talking about a serious matter.
Hey, I know, but I mean, I'm sorry, Kendrick, but I can't get with you on that one. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's just not my
thing. Go ahead.
But what really
Everybody got their thing. Everybody got their thing.
Kim Kardashian posted a picture of herself. Then we know she got butt implants. We know she got boob implants. So what on her is real? And we know she got her lips done. In fact, she had her whole face done. So
the whole family, nothing.
Plastic, how do you have the audacity? And she got a lot of flack for this, a lot of backlash for posting a picture of herself when you know she's had work done as a real woman when you're plastic.
What was the post about? What was the post about?
When Kendrick Lamar, when he first came out with that song, when he says, show me some stretch marks, show me some, show me your.
Oh, did she show her stretch marks?
She's got those.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has stretch. But she was showing her butt, is what she was showing, saying that she has cellulite. It's not a real butt.
Yeah. Anybody who's made it, anybody who's had any type of substantial growth. Cat, wait, okay, I'm gonna quote my boy Cat. Cat, this is for you, baby. Cat said if you got stretch marks, either you were small and got big, or you were big and got small. Either way, we fucking either way. Now, I wholeheartedly agree with that because if you work out heavily,
you just say that. You just say that out loud.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hey, go ahead, show me. I'm solemnly swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And I gotta quote my man. That being said, even sometimes, look, now I don't know how many people turn the lights off early when they do all that shit, but I'm gonna make you leave them on. Because as a grown up, I'm trying to see it. I'm trying to see what you got. I want to know because we're not hiding nothing. I'm grown. If we got to do all that, go back to grade school. That being said, you're going to see a whole hell of a lot more stretch marks after the age of 30 than you're going to see. Well, there is no perfect. It doesn't matter what a doctor has done. You can get stretch marks. You can get stretch marks by growing too quickly. If you grow from 6 foot to 6'7", you're going to have them. If you start lifting weights and you go from 190 to 240, you're going to have stretch marks. That means nothing. Like I said, it's just a badge of honor. Now, I understand if you're talking. Furthermore, any woman over a certain age has had children. Promise you got them. Promise you. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit like Martin Lawrence said. I'm gonna lay on the side, pat that pouch, because we're gonna have fun. None of that is a deal breaker when you're an adult. I'm an adult, man. I'm not playing this game. I'm not 19. I'm not playing that game. But the thing is, some people do have hangups like that. And the problem is, here's what I'm going to say. The majority of people that have these long lists of must-haves cannot even fulfill their own list. People that have a list of all these shit have a bunch of ain't got. She or he has got to have this, that, this. Guess what? You don't have that shit. But these are your requirements. And people won't look at the person in the mirror. So I'm not about to do that. I love you who you are.
I used to have a long list of what I want. Now, since I've been in the dating pool, and we know that it is empty, my only request is to have a job.
This is yes, yes.
You can ding, ding, ding.
Hey, I'm telling you, that's where I was. That's when I knew I hit that certain age when my requirement went from this to this to this to this to two things. I needed two things. I needed you to have a job and have it for longer than 5 years.
I mean, longer than 5 minutes. I just changed my list. Guess when I changed my list, though?
When? This ought to be good.
Yesterday.
You'll change it.
Okay.
I changed my list yesterday because I realized since I've been swimming in this dating pool and it's got garbage in it and it's got pee in it.
That in order to get everything you was looking for, you're going to have about 8 motherfuckers, huh?
Man, that little yeah. Like my perfect man, let me tell you, my perfect man is bald or either he's got a nice short fade. I do not do dreads. I don't like dreads because I feel like if a man is too lazy to comb his hair, then he's too lazy to do anything. I don't do dreads.
I mean,
I don't comb my hair. Does that make me lazy?
You don't have hair, so
I'm just checking.
Clean. I love bald men. Bald man is sexy. Just don't have those razor bumps behind your head. That stuff is nasty. Nobody wants to run their fingers through razor bumps.
I mean,
Not tomorrow, not ever. They can meet me on the corner of Hell No Avenue and not in this Lifetime Boulevard. No.
But my thing is, so when we talk about people that have hang-ups,
you just body
do you
shamed.
think people? I think people can hang on for a long time before they say. And here's what's weird. I have a buddy, and it's his thing. My good friend. The face, body, it is what it is. He has his particular ideologies. Remember Eddie Murphy and Boomerang? He was like, she was perfect, but her feet were jacked up. Like, he's like that. Some people are like that. Some people, like, whatever their thing is their thing. Some people, it can be fingernails. It can be hair. It can be a lot of things. I have a buddy who absolutely will not date a woman who wears a wig. Even if she has hair like you two ladies, she can have her own hair, but she likes to kind of rock different. He just won't do it. Even if she's like, I got my own hair, I just like a different style. He just can't do it. It's a thing. It's a block in him. He can't do it. And so I think we all have what kind of makes us tick and go around. I think it can be fun and entertaining if it's not malicious and mean. And I think because people can be real gangster behind these screens and behind like keyboards and shit, I think it's made it so that, and again, to quote another one of my favorite people in the world, Mike Tyson, I said it. He said, everybody is tough and bad and all that shit because they forgot what it's like to get punched in the mouth. So see, you can talk all this shit behind your monitor and your phone because people can't see you right here. You won't do that in person. So people can cyberbully. And they would never say that to someone's face or in public, but you become this gangster behind. So I think people like that should be disregarded. Because if you can't tell me to my face that you hate something about me, to me that just means you really envy it. You just don't know what to say. People say, oh, he's too short. She's too big. Her breasts are too small. His butt's too big for a man. What that means is either you're paying too much attention, there's some type of envy. Why do you know this much about someone? So I need everyone out there who feels like they're being shamed or bullied to stop and think about that. If enough people are talking about something about you, you're probably more admired than you are despised. But you gotta believe it. You gotta believe it. Shit, I would do me. Shit.
Hey, real quick. I got a body shaming song.
What?
A body shaming song.
Okay.
Alright, stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I'm drinking a ball of Hennessy you got on your shelf. So just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with a umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this. Straight gangster Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I'm leaving to buy your crackers and your licorice. Oh, yo, fat girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. And that doesn't stop me from getting busy. I'm a freak. I like the girls with the broom. I once got busy in a bathroom. I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still getting in the and I even got my own dance. Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Come on. Do the Humpty Hump. Come on, do the Humpty Hump. Check it out, y'all. Do the Humpty Hump. Just watch me do the Humpty Hump. Yeah. Do you know what I'm doing the Humpty Hump? Come on. Do the Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump. People say you're Humpty, you're really funny looking. That's alright, cause I get things cooking. You stare, you glare, you constantly try to compare me, but you can't get near me. I'm giving more C, and on the floor B, all the girls, they adore me. Oh yes, ladies, I'm really being sincere, cause it I'm a Humpty Nose will tickle you. My nose is big. I'm not ashamed. Big like a pickle. I'm still getting paid. I get by the ladies. You know I'm in charge. Both how I'm living and my nose is large. I get stupid. I shoot an arrow like Cupid. I use a word that don't mean nothing. Like Luke did. I sang on Do What You Like. And if you missed it, I'm the one who said just grab them in the biscuits. Also told you that I like to bite. Well, yeah, I guess it's obvious. I also like to write. All you had to do was give Humpty a chance. And now I'm gonna do my dance. The Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Come on. Yeah, sexy lady. Do the Humpty Come on. I'll do the Humpty Hump. Sexy baby. Everybody. Come on and do the Humpty Hump. Oh, do you know what we're doing? We're doing the Humpty Hump, y'all. I'll do the Humpty Hump. Watch me do the Humpty Hump. Yeah, that's the break, y'all. Look at that bass groove right here.
I just had to do it.
Well, okay.
I just had to do it.
I have a body shaming song too. Are you ready for the shame song? Here we go. Woo-hoo! Hey, 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 hey! If you wanna be happy, mother, your life, just make a friend, give up for your wife. So my personal one, all you get time to go to marry you. If you wanna be happy, mother, your life, just make a friend, give up for your wife. So my personal one, all you get another girl to marry you. But really wanna make a husband of town, and very often gonna be down. But if you make another woman your wife, you'll be happy for the rest of your life. And all the little woman could feel on time. You'll always feel beauty for mine. If you wanna be happy for the rest of your life, just make a best one for your wife. So for my personal one, all you can get another girl to marry you. Go ahead and marry anyway. So baby, I go back. Take you from me to the ladder. If you wanna be happy for the rest of your life, make a picture one for your wife. So for my president, for love, another girl to marry you. Hey man, I saw your wife the other day. Hey, love you.
Lucky for you, I don't know which song that is because I would just delete it right off of the file list.
Probably would. All right, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. But now our time is done. So go ahead and say your goodbyes. Till next week for our Christmas show.
Early next week. And CB will never play that song again because we're going to delete it from her. We're going to find a way to get into that damn thingy, Wi-Fi, to the thing, yeah. She's about to get this.
Oh,
So gonna cut that
I got access. I got access.
I won't play it again. But, I mean, it definitely
Tonight.
Went with what we're talking about.
So, guys, until next time.
I played it for educational purposes.
Hey.
All right, everyone. Thank you.
Peace.
George?
Love and hair grease.
All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thanks for rocking out with CB and the boys. Coming to you every Wednesday for your midweek motivation. So hopefully you got motivation, conversation, music. I know you got laughter, and hopefully you had a whole lot of fun. So we'll be back next week, same time, same station, Blog Talk Radio. You can catch our playback on iHeartRadio and Apple Podcasts. Definitely check us out. Now, get prepared, those who are watching us on Vigo Live as well as Facebook and YouTube for our quick after show. So we're going to have a little bit more fun. Fun's not done. All of you who are listening to us on iHeartRadio and Apple Podcasts, like us and subscribe on YouTube and join in all the fun. So we will see you next week. And to take us home is Zing with All I Want This Winter. So everyone enjoy the rest of your night. Again, thank you so much for rocking out with us. Your love and support mean the world to us. Remember, you can do and be anything you want in this life as long as you work hard and believe in yourself. But above all things, love yourself. We love you. We believe in you. Now, like us and subscribe on all of our platforms. And don't forget to check us out on cbandtheboys.org. Check out our new website. Buy some CB and the Boys merch. I'd love to see you in our CB and the Boys merch. And if you do purchase the merch, take a picture, take a selfie, and send us your selfie so we can post that. So we're wearing our new merch. So everyone, enjoy the rest of your night. Get ready for the show and to take us home. And all I want this winter, or basically it's called In Your Hands, which they never say that in the song, but hey, it's a song. So here it's Zing and In Your Hands, and we will see you next week. Also, shout out to BTS who made it back to Korea safely. They're on their Christmas break, so we'll see them again next year in March for the Grammys. So it's going to be exciting. They're going to kill it. And let's hope this year is the year that they actually get one. So everybody keep fingers crossed. Vote BTS across the board, and we will see you next week. And here is Zing. Bye-bye.
Where are you? I miss you. I can't get you out of my mind. I never imagined I'd be here all by myself. I'll always be waiting, 'cause you are the only one for me. 'Cause baby, you make my life complete. Lonely, I was alone till you came in my life. Without you, babe, it's so hard, 'cause I need you here by my side. And you are my everything. There's no one that could take your place. Come to me. The only thing I want to do is you. I would do anything to hear your voice and always be with you. You are the one that fills me up with joyfulness. I gave my heart to you, 'cause you are my loving melody. We are one. You were like a dream come true. Lonely, I was alone till you came in my life. Without you, babe, it's so hard, 'cause I need you here by my side. And you are my everything. There's no one that could take your place. Come to me. The only thing I want to do is you. Yeah. are my everything. No one that could take your place. The only thing I want to do is you.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Straight up mess.
All right.
Roger, come back, Roger. I see you.
Roger just fell all the way off. He's like, look.
Did someone call my name?
Hey!
Hey, look, I gotta get ready to go. I'm sitting there, shit. I gotta go pick my son up from the airport. Y'all on this.
Hey, look at the chat. I was picking on CB again.
What else is new?
Right. You was born a dick and grew bigger.
I keep telling people that. They just don't believe me.
What?
Let them talk to me.
I wonder if I have like too much lighting.
No.
Well, damn.
No.
All I needed to do?
Wow.
Yep, there you go. Now it's almost
Wow. Wow.
You ain't got no more roaches on your face.
Wow.
I know, right? That was
What
so
in the
weird.
They said you had a roach on your cheek. I was like, oh, y'all serious?
Look at all these roaches.
No, you know, it's like every time she would lean on and like if she got closer, the thing got bigger, and I was like, oh shit! And then you know everybody could see that.
Well,
yeah.
What it is the adjustment on the green screen feature, which since you don't use it right now, it you don't know what we're talking about, but there's a slider on there that adjusts all that.
Yeah.
And it's actually really hard to get it in the perfect spot because you try to slide it a little bit and then it goes a whole bunch and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And then it also depends on what you wear.
Now
Like
it looks
black
perfect. What the hell? Like, damn.
So
you
you look like you are creeping in the kitchen after hours to get a snack.
Right.
I wish I was. I will be
want
like
you to know that you didn't get away. I saw the whole thing. Just lucky for you. We were playing the commercial at the time that you knocked down your whole setup. Your whole everything failed. I was like, really? I'm looking in the little box where you're like, I'm like, she just lost the whole thing.
I was about to text her and be like, yo, fix
I was getting ready to down. What I was getting ready to do was pull your cam. Because I can pull your cam without you leaving the show.
Shut it down.
Yeah, I can pull your cam without you leaving the show. So I was gonna pull your cam, but by the time I got ready to pull your cam, you just left the whole show like. Oh
my god!
That was funny as hell.
You guys don't know.
What was we playing at that? I think we were playing the 60-second commercial at that time. But I'm looking at the bottom where I can see everybody. I can see what everybody's doing now. You know, on the video, they can't see what's going on in the background. All they see is the video that's playing. But I'm looking at the bottom, and I just seen the whole curtain came down.
It was like,
what did you do? Did you knock the whole desk over? You fall through it?
No, let me tell you what it is. First of all, it's the ultimate setup in here that if I had to take a picture of it, you'd be like, I cannot believe me to be sitting like this for 2 hours. Yo, my shit is so corner tight, right? And my fear has always been that the whole thing come down. Like, I don't know if you guys see me. Sometimes we'll be on the show, and every now and then I do like this, or I look over my shoulder to see how far back it is, if the chair is too far back on. Like, I go through it whenever we're on the show. So I had such a rough time getting on tonight. Like, even my little mic, you guys know how my little mic do, right? So we ain't gonna show. We ain't gonna because we still live. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do a Mimi thing. You know what I'm saying? See, people think that Mimi's living this little perfect world. You guys see my little social media, and you be like, "Oh shit, Mimi doing her thing." Mimi got real life shit be happening behind the scenes. This happened to be one of them tonight. When that shit dropped, right? I'm gonna tell you guys, I wanted the whole world to swallow me up, and I thank God, right, that we were on that section of the show where the world didn't see the whole backdrop fall.
But just know, this records everything, even the stuff behind the scene. The fact that I can see that means it's recorded. So yeah.
Oh wow! So that's going to make it to the bloopers of
Yeah, exactly. You get into the bloopers Hall of Fame on that one. You definitely made it into the bloopers Hall of Fame.
You know what? That's okay. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I pushed back the top of my damn computer so hard, right? I thought I was gonna break the lid. Because at this point I was like, okay, the roof has got the show, but I couldn't take it back far enough because I got shit behind the damn computer. So I had to shut the whole show down. I said, you know what? Let me fix this shit. It was bad.
Yeah.
Look, everybody has a bad night. Tonight was definitely mine. It all started out with waking up late or maybe too early and taking those extra 15 minutes. And I am sure everybody in these damn little squares up in here have experienced the let me lay it down for 15 minutes and then get up in a freaking panic.
They got a one-word name for that. It's called the snooze button.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And woke up the next day. That's how I'm like, shit.
You know, my snooze button, you can program it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. I got mine set for 10 minutes and I hit it about 3 times.
Let me tell you something. I looked at my phone. That shit said 10:05. I put it back down. And you see, the thing about it is that I had my phone on silent from before I went to lay down. So my sleep was undisturbed. And then when I saw everybody calling me, I saw CB. Look, I saw the I saw the text. I was like,
It got real. She got bad. It got bad.
I was off ever since the show. Like a whole hour into the show, I still
Hey,
had shit
look,
going on in my
Mimi,
background.
it wasn't just you though. It wasn't just you because I'm steadily texting. Ain't nobody in the show but me. I'm steadily texting.
No way, not tonight.
Hey, look. The thing comes in and says, show starts in 2 minutes. I'm like, you got 2 minutes and ain't nobody in here. And next thing you know, bling, here comes CB. And I'm like, well, all righty, cool. Well, and then she's like, looks like it's just gonna be me and you. Then 30 seconds left. Here comes Roger. Bling.
Hey, I like to make an entrance.
Hey, when we talk about being on the show early and getting prepared, that doesn't mean 30 seconds early. It's like 15 minutes early.
It's and
20 minutes.
So George, let me tap myself on the shoulder because I'm usually the one that will be sitting on here like a whole hour, 45 minutes. Like, okay, let me see. Let me make sure I got my, my link. I'm stalking Stevie like, yo, I ain't got the link yet.
I have logged in an hour early and Mimi was in there when I got there.
I'm telling you, I would do that because I'm funny about stuff. I want everything to be right. I want my chargers to be okay. I don't want to think my phone is going to die. Yo, I go through it. So, you know what? One time, don't knock me across the head, guys.
Hey, you're entitled, baby. You're entitled. Now, for me, hey, it's a crapshoot. I tell everybody that from the day I meet them. Shit, it's a crapshoot with me because I'm driving in from a different city. I literally told my professor when I moved to Vegas, I'm like, look, dog, I'm going to give you 100% effort every time I'm here. Don't expect me on time a whole lot.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's one of them things. I literally, I need to clone myself, but that would be a horrible thing to do.
So you was the student that showed up to class after the bell rang.
Yeah. Like if it's something that's like Uber, you can't live without, then I'm there. But actually, I was good tonight, and then at the last minute, now mind you, George and I talked yesterday. This goes to show how shitty of a teacher he is. George and I talked yesterday. You see, I got thrown under the bus. We talked for an hour after we talked. We had a meeting, and then because we're going to do some stuff about recording videos and whatnot. This fool forgot to tell me, yo, from now on, I'm sending all your links to your CB and the Boys email, not your regular email. I'm looking at my regular email, about to hit this fool. I'm like, yo, G, where you at? You know what I'm saying? So at the last minute, I alone figured that I should probably check my new email that I never got into until yesterday. And then there it was. I'm like, oh shit, let me get it. I was ready, but I wasn't ready. So
here's my thing. I almost didn't send you and CB an email.
Because we can already get in.
Emails are going to stop because you can get in and see the show yourself and enter the studio. The emails are going to stop. The only person I got left to show and teach is Mimi. And when once I teach Mimi, I'm not emailing y'all. I will be in this show by myself. I'm not going to email y'all.
What? You ain't email me.
I'm not emailing shit. I forgot we live. We still live.
Hey, George, I messed it up earlier tonight.
We still live. But with that being said, once I teach Mimi,
what are you doing back there, dude? You look like you was pulling a Lee on us. I was like, what's with the rat bag? Hold on. It's a hat. Yeah. Okay, good. I saw the bag on the lap. I said, oh, wait a minute.
You want to wear that around there right now?
Hey, listen, that's it. Don't worry about what I'm doing, Holmes.
You just put a big old target on your head.
Hey, if you know anything about me, you know that's a badass move. I'm my father's child. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't say it on the radio because I want us to stay on the radio. I'm Donald Emmett Hawkins' son. Anybody knew him knows what that means. And we won. They can kiss my ass driving through Vegas. I hope I do get pulled over. I'll be like, yes, officer, can I help you? Because y'all helped us the other day. No, I'm about to get gas.
So you guys nervous about the game tomorrow?
It's not that they're not good. Trust me on that. I mean, it ain't gonna be a cakewalk. Shit.
No, not
That's
at all.
Not gonna be an easy win. For real. We don't have any easy schedule.
All of our last wins with them were a struggle. We haven't just blown them out.
No.
Yeah.
So and in the last few years, I think they beat us a couple times.
Well, and they've gotten better. That's the thing. They've actually gotten better. I mean, I hated Phillip Rivers, but the quarterback, he's the one little guy. But yeah, they've gotten better, so it's not going to be a cakewalk. I promise
you. Hell no.
That's the thing. We don't have an easy schedule like people that go to the Super Bowl and go far should, in theory.
And we in their house too.
Yeah, man.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Hey, so you got to be a certain age to even know what that means.
I'm telling my age.
So if we lose, does that mean that we're number 5 in the conference?
No, not after the way this week went, but we won't be number 1.
We're not number 1 in the conference now.
No, not in the conference, but I'm talking about our
if we beat
division.
We will have a very similar record at the top. It's literally the difference.
You are too far away from your phone. You left your phone in the car.
Yeah.
You're breaking
too far away from your phone.
Hey, I hear y'all though.
Yeah, but we can't.
We heard every other word of what you're saying.
Right.
And right now, I see your driver's seat in a box.
You are
right.
Yeah, man.
How did you not know you wasn't walking with your phone?
Easy.
It's like I know I was walking without the phone, but I could hear you guys clearly.
Look,
okay.
there goes another bloopers. There's a bloopers reel.
I mean, you know how easy it is to be talking and walk away from this shit.
Yeah, obviously you just did
Yeah, these are things we got to do. Pick up our children at 10:30 at night. You see, as a responsible adult, I think my child should rent a car and drive to my house. But no, lazy, worthless little mother. They want you to come get them at 27 o'clock at night.
We still on the show, right?
Yeah, I do.
Hold on. Let me get you one more time right quick. Hold on. Just for Raj.
Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Voice on that one, George.
Who did that?
I ain't feeling his voice on that at all. I think you might have to redo that.
I like the British accent, kind of cocky. I like that. Now, with that being said, I've said it before. If it's this time of night and you still listening to us and you can't handle that, then go there.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And you know what? It's 1:25,
but it's so good.
1:25 a.m. here, so.
Right. So anybody
it's 11:25 here.
Right. If you up and you offended, you should jump off a damn bridge. It's for grown folks right now. Shit.
Hello. Yes.
If you offended, go to bed. Shit.
You show up at somebody's house at 1:25 in the morning. What does that mean?
Hello.
So you guys know the high point of my day today.
Oh shit, let's go.
Uh-oh.
The high point of my day today, I had peanut M&Ms and a Snickers. It was so good. Because every time I go and I try to look for M&Ms, it's always the chocolate M&Ms. But today, I had peanut M&Ms. They finally got peanut M&Ms, and it was like the best M&Ms I've ever had. It was a Ritz.
Only in Arizona.
Seriously, it was like the best thing. And then the Snickers were good and fresh. Oh my God, it was so good. That was a high point of my entire day.
Everybody's dick just went down.
Yo, thanks. That's facts. Are you
I'm sorry, guys.
I couldn't have said that shit better. Let's see what
I was just mad because you didn't have no peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, you right. You got me.
You know what I had?
Not at 1:25 in the morning. We ain't trying to do no goddamn M&Ms in this.
I had 4 sausage and egg biscuits.
Ooh, that sounds good too.
Wow.
That sounds like fucking high blood pressure and I don't know. OMG,
What are you over there snacking on?
Oh, it's in the car now.
What?
Sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds.
Damn, you so damn healthy. I can't stand you.
No,
Shut him out, George. Shut him out.
Roger. You couldn't roll with the pumpkins, man. You couldn't roll with. You could just roll with it. You're supposed to roll with it.
Pumpkin seeds. I'm snacking on pumpkin seeds because you can eat the whole shell. It's better than sunflower seeds. So I take a lot back.
Okay.
I like pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are good. I love anything pumpkin.
Oh, Lord.
Mighty white of these shits are fire though.
Fitness, dude.
I can go so many places with that.
You know, pumpkin seeds.
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to tell you. Listen, dog. Listen. You can. Hey, they're good, low in calories, and again, they can tide you over. Because sometimes people eat because they're bored. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't have to eat because you're bored if you don't have anything else to do. But like pumpkin seeds, very low in calories, knock yourself out. Small amount of protein, you got it going. I'm trying to tell you. That's how you get on.
I eat because I'm bored all the time. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about the carrot cake and the peach cobbler I got in the refrigerator right now.
Oh yeah, rub it in. Oh, but I do have strawberry cake. I have strawberry cake downstairs.
Matter of fact, I got carrot cake, peach cobbler, and strawberry cheesecake.
Strawberry cheesecake? No fair. Why would you mention that?
I mean,
I'm sorry. You're just mean. Just mean. Mean.
Cherry cheesecake.
That's my favorite. Strawberry cheesecake, cherry cheesecake, blueberry cheesecake, any kind of cheesecake. I love cheesecake.
Oh, she said that thing is my favorite. and she named about 37 damn cakes. Now, I mean, I'm just maybe it's me. Maybe I missed some shit. But she said she named every fruit in the Garden of Eden up in this joint. Oh my God! Look at.
Single cheesecake you could think of. Damn it.
Hey, speaking of cherries,
and I know one slice is like damn near 5,000 calories.
Crystal, have you ever had my mama's carrot cake?
Mama bird.
My mama's carrot cake.
See, that's not fair either. But you know what? I can do something about the cheesecake. No, I can't because Walmart isn't open 24 hours anymore.
Oh, the fact you just named Walmart means no, you can't anyway. Like I said, that mass-produced shit ain't gonna remotely get close to anybody's mama's cheesecake, baby. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Sarah Lee.
Hey, speaking of cooks that's getting it, y'all think Snoop and Martha Stewart are having sex? I do. You're welcome. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hey, Martha ain't a bad old bird. Yeah, for real. She ain't a bad looking old bird. Look, who's going to make the sandwich when y'all done? I ain't even mad about that shit, to be honest.
Let me tell you somebody else. That could get it. I'm gonna tell you somebody else that could get it. Miss Chandler.
I'm sorry.
Miss Chandler.
Miss Chandler.
You know who Miss Chandler is?
I do not.
No.
From Young
and the Restless.
Young and the Restless. I mean,
she's dead.
She could have got it while she was alive.
Wow.
Right now,
I 100% don't know anything about that.
Okay,
but before she died, she died in her 90s.
I'm gonna bust a CB right quick. So
you know how much money she had?
Every slice of cheesecake is 401 calories.
401? Okay.
I'll take that hit.
Every slice of Miss Chandler is 401 million.
Shut up.
Let's do the math on that. How many steps do you have to walk?
Right.
Somebody be pulling on them balls while you're in the shower. That's gonna be Michigan dead ass. So, you rest in peace. We don't want to talk about you no more. Let's talk about living people right now.
Wow. Hey, but you know what? Speaking of cherry cheesecake, for the young people out there, since it's late at night, let me tell you a good thing that you can do to have to pull your older woman at a bar. Learn how to tie a cherry stem in a knot with your tongue. Yo, that shit served me well into my 20s. You're welcome. That's free. That's for me to y'all. Boy, let me tell you, between the Bath and Body Works, that trick works like a charm.
I used to take two of them and not just tie them in a knot, but make dumbbells out of them.
I mean,
Where the sound of the crickets? We need some sound effects over here.
he got them. Yeah, I went to kick in with that shit. I'm not on my laptop though. But we talking about cherry cheesecake. But it works.
Yes, 401 calories. That's a lot.
You can't put dumbbells in your mouth.
No, I said you should take two cherry stems, tie them in a knot, and make dumbbells out of them.
With the cherries still on it, so you're literally making dumbbells.
Okay. CB, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna say my cherry.
Don't worry about it. Just stop.
Yeah, we'll talk to you. We'll talk about it later. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
We'll draw you some pictures.
We'll talk about it later. Got to be both cameras.
Let me find my crayons.
Y'all selling at Wally? Damn shit.
You know, I love my cousin to death, but sometimes I just have to shake my head.
Oh shit! Between the two of y'all, I can't even imagine what family picnics are like with your damn family.
There you go.
I can only imagine.
Those are cherries.
Exactly.
It's not a dumbbell.
You tie them in a knot and make dumbbells out.
They don't look like dumbbells.
Never mind. Never mind.
Listen, we can't go any further. We can't afford to get sued right now. We can't go any further. Just
You're missing the
people
whole
out
point,
there,
dumbbell.
if y'all want to send emails and write in to explain it to CB, we can. We can have a whole other segment for that next week. I'll even we'll spearhead that.
They look like headphones. They don't look like dumbbells.
And you know what? That's a good colloquialism for those. You know what to do with them. Hey, give me some headphones, girl. Give me some headphones. Hey. we got to coin that term. Oh my goodness.
We
What
tried,
is going on?
CB. It's all good.
Yeah. What is going on with this group?
Hey, Mimi.
Hey.
You know what you totally missed earlier?
What? What? Oh, before I got on?
What?
No, you were on here when that came through.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what? I did see it. Why we didn't pay him no attention?
I did. I was talking to him in chat, and I kept popping his messages up on the screen.
Right, that's what Joshua. Okay, yeah.
Because he was like, "Biker boy, what up?"
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw that.
Ew.
Let him know. Yeah, let him know.
Nice.
Right.
Got to be more observant. Got to watch it.
All the time. What I gotta be doing. Yeah. For those of y'all don't know, yes, I'm driving.
Yeah, we got to shout out them people when they chime in.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Without a doubt.
Well, guys, look.
He's going back to what he's gonna finish
Your
that prayer.
problem is you just woke up. What do you mean? What's your problem?
Look, that was an hour nap that I took, okay? It was a 1 hour nap that went off into the abyss, okay? That's what that was.
Those are the best kind.
Oh my gosh. I swear, I was so gone. I didn't even know where I was when I opened my eyes. I just know I had to be somewhere.
You know you asleep when you wake up and don't know where you're at.
Right.
You know you feel good like damn.
I think the kind of the last couple of weeks that I've had, it just all came down on me within like the hour. It just all came, when I say all of it, I had to literally shut the phone, like no ringing, no texting, no nothing.
Hey, sometimes you have to.
Hey, your body will let you know because it'll shut down on you.
Today was just not the day for that to happen. You know, you're thinking, it's Wednesday. Okay, I got the show tonight. I got to make sure that I'm straight all day. Get my little drink, get my little stuff, make sure I'm ready. And today was just, I struggled the entire day. It wasn't just, before I got on the show. It's just the whole day was just one of them days.
Woke up, jumped on the show at the last minute, half dressed.
Hey, maybe the people gonna talk about today, boy.
I'm looking at Mimi like, damn, is that a tank top or a brassiere? What the hell?
What's the thing for the show today? Because I missed it. I missed that whole memo. I was like, damn, did nobody tell me shit? Where's my damn bow tie?
I was all the way, look, I was so much, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna have like a 15-minute window so I can put up my little backdrop, throw on my little hat, put on some lip gloss because I ain't doing no makeup. Forget that. I'm gonna throw my hat on. I'll be straight, because you know how we do it. Some of us girls can do that. So I was like, I'm going to do that today. Hell, everything that could possibly go. I couldn't find the black hat because I had it somewhere else. Yeah. Then when I showed up on the show and I'm sitting down, I'm like, I'm seeing too much skin. I don't like all this yellow showing like that. We gotta hide some of this goody stuff, honey. Folks be looking at the shoulders like, yummy. I got to bite me on her shoulder. No, you're not.
Roger, Roger, what airport are you picking him up from? Because we've been driving for 39 minutes. I went to the airport in Las Vegas 3 times, and I wouldn't. I swear to God, I wasn't driving no longer than 15 minutes. Both of them together.
Hey, I had to get gas. I told your ass that.
Las Vegas is not that big. Who the hell you flying to? What the hell airport you going to? LAX, nigga?
I had to get gas, man.
Yeah, I'll pick up my son at the airport. What airport are you at, LAX?
Yeah, he in Salt Lake City.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! I know. I do feel like that though. Hey, it's our kids, though, man. They don't give you all the information and shit. I might be at the wrong terminal. They just, I'm at 10:30. What were they like? What ain't shit? Hey, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Our topic next week is going to be education versus edumacation.
Yeah, we'll talk about this off the air because you got to explain to me, and I'm fairly educated.
I mean, really, I'm sitting here going, what? All the subject matters of the world?
Right.
It's gonna be the last. Is that gonna be the last show before the new year? Is that it?
Right.
Is it?
Education, yeah.
It's the last show before the new year.
Is it really?
Yes. So let's talk about it.
Christmas Day is the last show before the new year?
It's not Christmas Day. It's it's the second. It's the second to the last show.
Oh, is it second to last?
Yeah, because we got Wednesday is the 29th is the Wednesday.
Yeah.
So 22nd and the 29th.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 29th is the last show. So we're gonna do that. That'll be our New Year's show.
About education for the Christmas show.
And we should be all blingy and shiny for New Year.
I'm already blingy and shiny. You see the tree? You see the bells?
Roger got stuck laughing.
He's inside the airport.
There you go.
Hey.
Your picture was stuck like this. We couldn't be talking about a serious matter because your ass was like this.
That's how serious I am about it. Oh, geez. I can't. Got to be more careful.
I got to vote no. Talk about education right before Christmas.
Education versus education.
See how it is. They can't read, so they don't want nobody else to read. This public. Yeah, see, what school you went to? Southeast, Southwest. I'm talking about it. That's a crazy joke. You don't want to talk about reading, writing, arithmetic and shit.
Well, let's just put it this way. Maybe that might not be the entire topic. That's just gonna be one of the topics. How about that?
If it's before,
We're gonna talk about that shit first and get it out the way.
All that old serious shit. All that old serious shit. We're gonna get that out the way. We gonna end this on the bang.
Anything that's serious.
Communication.
The first 30 minutes of the show is for anything that is serious, and after that, we're going south.
Yeah. Hey, Mimi gave the disclaimer. It's going south.
Or a topic can be why Christmas, the real meaning of Christmas has gotten lost and how it's so commercialized now. We can talk about that.
Get canceled or not, because that shit's gonna go left too. I think with talking about milk and how Roger is set out to single-handedly change the way the world sees body shaming because I squeeze and embrace all biscuits. Don't matter what they come on. I think it's gonna be much more interesting.
Speaking of milk, did you guys hear about the woman who was arrested off of a plane for trying to breastfeed a cat?
Okay, now that's different. That's goofy ass, slow tarded shit. Clearly there was some issues going on. Because There was plenty of guys on there that would have helped her out if she just wanted to get some shit out of her boob. But you're breastfeeding the cat. Your ass is out to lunch. So that being said, she didn't have her
And it
medication.
wasn't a kitten; it was a full-blown cat, and it was a hairless cat, and she had it wrapped up in blankets like it was a baby.
I really don't want to ask what nationality that was.
That's a no-brainer right there.
My question ain't why was she trying to breastfeed a cat? How the fuck you get the cat on the plane?
Yes.
Well, it was at first it was in a carrier, and she took the cat out of the carrier and was holding it like a little baby. But it's a full-grown cat.
She brought this cat through the damn what you call them?
Yeah,
you can
bring animals on if they're a certain weight and stuff. You can bring them on the plane and sitting with you. Yeah, as long as the carrier can go under your seat, you can do that, or go under the seat in front of you. But she took the cat out, wrapped it up in a blanket, and the stewardess heard the cat screaming for its life. Because the thing is, if an animal ingests human milk, it can make it sick or it can kill it, because human milk was meant for, well, humans.
This cat must have been breastfeeding from a little itty bitty kitten. So
no, my thing is,
that didn't want it.
Her nipples must have been chewed the hell up. Her shit wasn't even fit for. I bet her nipples was all broken. I bet it was this. Well, Crystal said nipples, and then
I'm over here like, ouch.
Okay, listen. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I got this child getting in the car with me, so I'm through fooling with y'all. Like I said, I'm not fooling with y'all no more. I got to go.
Okay. One love.
All right, baby. I'll get y'all on next week.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.
Oh wow.